arthritis, you're correct. Downtown's Healthcare has developed a proprietary regenerative technology coupled with rehab to help your arthritic joints heal naturally. Check them out at downtownshealthcare.com.
When you think about home loans, think ideal home loans and the help they can give you.
That application process, we go through it line by line, and that really allows us to do an effective job to make sure we're doing what's in your best interest.
Call Brent Ivanson and his team at 303-867-7000, 867-7000.
So Phil and Don are brother and sister?
They can answer all of your home loan questions.
Equal opportunity lender regulated by DORA and MLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 445.
When did you take it over?
Our dad purchased it in 2002.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Was he in the business before?
He was a mechanical engineer. He was primarily in food manufacturing.
Is he still around?
He actually passed away only 3 years ago in June.
Oh, that's pretty fresh. How old was he?
63.
Oh my God.
It was sudden. It was a massive heart attack.
Yeah,
Here one day gone and next. It was tough.
Without needing a college degree in accounting.
My dad passed away about 8 years ago.
The unexpected is always weirder.
The business of the company, log in, view the books, and make complex
But then some people that have gone through long battles with cancer, some
easy but
sick up
powerful.
children
Everybody
say,
wins. Go to
I would rather have
Yeah.
although 63.
Well, we just had some people tell us that same kind of thing where, at least you didn't have to suffer. Because,
But still 63.
Yeah.
Is this yours?
yeah.
Good. Okay. Is this yours?
Yes.
It's your wife's phone.
I got it. I got it?
it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
you got headphones?
I love them. Headphones. I
Those
love them.
I never use, so that's
Oh,
perfect. They
oh,
look
they're the
out.
ones that you gave me, right?
Yeah.
I love them. Thank you.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now,
I
Tom
really
Martino,
can't
the
talk about that
Troubleshooter.
off on home, so. Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe where we are solving problems. Give us a call at 303-713-TALK. I'm going to get through these calls quicker. You know, some people say, I like when you milk a few calls, Tom, the nut jobs, but I need you to get through. So now, when you call, now I don't want everyone saying this, but if you truly are in a time crunch, you're calling during your lunch hour maybe, or a break, we'll get you on. So call us, 303-713-TALK. You can call 303-MARTINO if you're one of the many, many thousands and thousands of people listening online, the #1 podcast in Colorado for sure, and one of the top in the countries, especially for a show like this. We can have you call 303-MARTINO. Then we'll get to you. If you leave a number, we'll call you back. 303-MARTINO works all the time. If we're on the air, it actually comes through to the studio. If we are elsewhere, you get voicemail or it goes to our not our apartment, our suite, our office suite. So, 303-713-TALK. Today we have a guest from the referral list. I'll talk to him in a minute. And then we have, we have an expert in from the referral list. Then we have some guests that we just want to say hi to. We do this as a matter of practice. We rotate through the referral list, just have people say hi. We have our experts semi-regularly, so all you have to do is listen and you will learn, or you can call 303-713-TALK. So now, let's talk about apartment living conditions. There never used to be much you could do about it. Nowadays, there are habitability standards in most municipalities. And at least that gives you a bare minimum of things that landlords have to do. It's really difficult, though, to enforce. And many times what we feel is inhabitable, other people say, sorry, Charlie, it's not uninhabitable. What is going on with you, JJ? I'm Tom Martino. By the way, those listening, this is what we do. We take complaints and problems and questions, and we help. JJ, go ahead.
Hi, Tom. I want to first start off by apologizing for the last conversation.
JJ, I recall this conversation. We were trying to talk, and I got really upset because I said you had to listen so we could at least tell you what to do and how to do it. And we got off on the wrong foot. And I wanted to say that many times when people are upset, they dump everything all at once because they want us to know how bad things are, or they want us to know what injustice there is. And they become their own worst enemy by just trying to tell people too much. The other day we had a woman going through a custody battle, and she starts getting into how the in-law murdered his wife, and how the husband, you know, was purchased out of jail, and just crazy stuff. So, JJ, let's just start from the very beginning as if I never heard anything. You are calling to complain about living conditions in your apartment. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And
So how long have you been?
Awesome.
How long have you been there, JJ?
I've lived here 8 years.
Okay.
We
What
were
happened?
homeless before we got into the apartment.
What happened that all of a sudden the conditions became horrible, or did they?
So me and my children have been living with bed bugs for the last year. I have signed a lease for a new unit and paid a deposit over. I signed the unit on the 27th, and I paid for the deposit back on March 11th.
Okay, so hold on a sec. JJ, you've been in this current apartment for 8 years, and you signed a new lease with the same landlord?
Yes, I have custody. My niece was homeless, and her family was homeless.
That's fine. At this point, I don't need to know anything extra, really. You signed a new lease with the same landlord because you wanted to upgrade to a better apartment, or what? What was the reason?
Yeah, because I have 4 children and 1 adult living in a 2-bedroom.
Okay, so you wanted a bigger.
A 15-year-old girl in the unit, so
you wanted a bigger.
Have enough space.
You wanted a bigger apartment.
Yes.
Okay, that's.
And I've been promised this unit since January.
So you paid the deposit a while ago, but you didn't pay first month's rent on that yet, did you?
Yes, I paid. They had to pay the first month's rent and the deposit on it. Really?
Okay, so wait a minute. Are you also being charged for the apartment you're in right now?
Yes, I am being charged for the apartment I'm in, and I'm told that they're not giving me back my deposit for the place I live in, even though everything is in excellent condition for 8 years.
All right, hold on. Now this sounds bad. When was the new apartment? When was the new apartment supposed to be ready?
They have never given me a for sure date. And
okay. But what I'm getting at is this. Did you pay rent in your current apartment for April?
Yes, I did. They took it out in March because I keep my rent paid 1 to 2 months.
Okay, I get it. So you're paid up for this apartment in April, but you have a deposit and a first month rent on a new apartment, yes. And they never they can't tell you when the new apartment will be ready.
Yes, and I've been told by 5 different managements at from their head all the way to Colorado Springs to their lower person. I have been told different things, different laws.
Are you on Bluetooth right now, JJ?
Am I on what?
On a Bluetooth headset.
Oh, no, hold on, just 1 moment. I apologize.
No, that's okay. It's just hard to talk to you. But if you're driving, if you're driving,
no, I pulled over.
Okay,
because
JJ,
I'm actually here filing a restraining order because I had a resident attack me 2 days ago due to what I said about management.
All right, so JJ, I want to get this straight. You're in an apartment, you're current on your rent, you've been there 8 years, you're a good tenant, you asked to get a bigger apartment, you put down a deposit, you put down your first month's rent, but that new apartment has been promised, but they haven't delivered. When did you make that deposit again?
On March 11th.
Okay, so it's only a month later.
How much was that deposit?
Well, I had to pay they would charge me for my first month's rent, and I also had to pay.
Right.
So it was the first month's rent was the deposit, and so was my first month's rent. So I gave them, like I told you, it's 30%. I really don't feel comfortable, and I'm kind of embarrassed, and I don't feel comfortable.
No, I understand. It's subsidized, so it wasn't that much. JJ, listen, you're not the only one having subsidized rent. I don't mind that you have subsidized rent. That's another program. You can, if you have subsidies, and you're good for you, okay? I mean, the only problem I have are when people cheat. So you put down a deposit, and to you, it's a lot of money no matter what. So yes, go ahead.
I put, besides putting down the deposit for treating the bed bugs, I had to spend over $100 washing. And I told you I only make $273.
All right. Now, on this, hold on. On the bed bugs, was this you paid for removing of bed bugs in your new place or in your old place?
They have been providing it. It's been the 4th treatment I've had done.
Okay.
I have told them that it's in the carpet.
All right, hold on. This is a clear-cut issue. Thank you, JJ, for not crying, falling apart, and for talking to me. And I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot last time. I don't know how that happened, but maybe I was having a bad day. Anyway, here's the point. I think we have Deputy Daff call, and somebody wanted to know if Daff was short for Daffy. It's not.
Daphne.
Daphne is her name.
It's just spelled weird.
Although she is daffy at times. She is. Let's face it, she is. If that word would describe her sometimes. But daffy in a good way. We're all kind of daffy.
What? Does she just, I'm sorry, I walked up late.
Yeah,
Does
so
she just want her deposit back?
No.
Because I'll get her that deposit back.
Mark, she wants to get into the new apartment. She needs it because she took in her niece and all that. So it's a very long story.
Okay.
She just wants her bigger apartment. Hey, the woman's willing to pay.
I want a bigger house.
Yeah. 303-713-TALK. Don, I see you there. You contacted us as I tell people to do, and we're getting back to you on this radon. So I'm going to ask you to hang on, okay, man? And I'll take you right after the break. Cool? Don? All right, man. We got more coming up.
California molds levies on water, tires, batteries, and soda.
Of course they should.
You want water? That'll...
You want to get online?
Oh, that would be great.
However, eastbound remains.
Soft drinks, the water, and tires.
Oh, okay, so you don't want that? Okay.
Guys, and the border. Back in town. Watch out for crash being cleared. Tap out.
That means the mic is
Look
on.
out for crash. Look on I-25 at 7.
Hear that go off.
Chunk of it.
Just kind of let me talk.
20 seconds,
like
budget
that
A130. With a high of 40,
I like that.
night, partly cloudy, night low 24 right now, mostly cloudy, 28. Traffic in West
Tommy, Mark, she was just served a 3-day eviction notice.
Okay, then this is a new wrinkle. I want that to call.
Did you know they're siblings?
Almost everything
They're
you can
great.
fit inside.
So what-
Quality
what's the
parts,
biggie?
helpful people,
I
that's
just
never
love
done.
Did you know yesterday was National Sibling Day?
I know.
Wait a second. Hold on, shush. Let's talk about something that is incredible. Oh my God, I always get flustered with this one. Here it is, plain and simple. Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair has the best offer in the transmission business anywhere. They will take apart your transmission, remove it from the car, and show you beyond a doubt what is needed. And it's all free. Even if you don't have it done, it's free. If you take it somewhere else, it's free. It's crazy. Budget A1, 303-781-9858.
Finding
candidates
to hire can be like,
She's getting evicted. I don't know why. Well, hold on.
God!
Okay. I need to know why. He's back to Wonder Bread.
Because
She's got 14 kids, 17 husbands.
no, but she got evicted because she didn't say that we also have bed bugs. She invited in.
It's powerful technology.
How do you get evicted when your rent's, what was it, $30 a month?
No,
35.
$75 a month.
My mom had subsidized rent.
Did she get evicted?
No.
Okay. So what's that got to do with shit?
Says, oh my God, don't spend the whole day on JJ.
I just don't want to be
God.
down on this woman for subsidies.
How about down on her for not getting her shit together? How about
You want to go
that?
watch it on Facebook?
Don't forget the love.
There's a love meeting.
Buddy, I think the video was really good.
Yeah, go Facebook.
The quality and all that. I'll be honest with you, there were a lot. It was hard. The reason it took me so long
You know what it is? Don't feel
is it was free talk. It was hard to get succinct sound bites.
And now, the JJ Show.
With the stars, I'm not saying your form, your style is very difficult because you kind of talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk in bites in a sense.
One of these days, Alice.
Now a lot of people are too short. I'd rather have it longer than I pretty hard on it. But you also have a word with in between all that, you're saying it's a much lower rate.
Something mad.
a month.
Times low, so if I put
And, yeah, as the
As long as
yeah, but in conversation they don't. Well, your presentation is great, but it was difficult to edit.
So you had four
Word. Actually, June, the Weaver, looks though.
Terry
Matt,
we'll talk about it. And then
I have raw video, but I extracted about as much as I possibly could. That's why I had that last one. I have one Wally on all the hard problems. The last one where Buddy talks about parts of it. It just made it where it fades out of different parts. I remember that in school. I'm going to do one on wood and LVT.
Or online at americanfinance.net.
And by the way, we now have our own camera.
you don't even get it.
I can, we can shoot anything at any time. We don't have to schedule them. We have our own camera. And Stephanie's learning how to shoot too.
Shotgun, pistol,
No,
camera.
A Panasonic.
A Panasonic. 9mm.
God, this camera is unbelievable. It has motion.
Did you get it in yet?
Yeah, I've been learning it. It has motion stabilization.
It's like learning a new operating system.
But it's so wonderful.
How much did you spend on it?
Turn it on.
You don't have to turn it
No,
on.
I want to tell you how wonderful this is. This is the best camera on the market. Let's put it this way. We had 80 dummies that did come close to this for 60 grand when I was in the business. I got this freaking camera with memory card and a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff. Lights on. $2,600. Now let me tell you something. This camera is beyond 4K. It's ultra HD.
That's cool. I just bought a camera.
And the megabits are more than current systems.
Rough.
You just bought what?
One for about 900. So love the Eagles.
Probably very good.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome now. I'll tell you about our guests. You know who we have? SimplyFloorsInc.com. Buddy Mitchell. I just got finished editing some videos for Buddy talking about floors. You know, Buddy must be a load of fun at a cocktail party. I mean, he just loves floors. The guy talks about floors. So this is a loop, and this is this, and this is that. And you got that waterproof backing, and then he goes to the woods, and then he goes to LVT.
A regular hoot.
Just a load of fun. Don't ever ask Buddy, so what do? He'll tell you how carpet is made. So, Buddy, seriously, though, that's good if people have questions. You know, the number one problem with people, I went over victims yesterday. AMEN is the an acronym I used, which is A for appearance. If victims have are not appropriate for the transaction, their appearance, and it gives shysters and con men an in. They or con women. They look at the appearance of someone, and then the mouth, AMEN, AM. The mouth is they don't communicate properly. E, they don't educate themselves nor learn from experience. And then N is their name. They trash their own name by with bad credit and all that, which makes them even more prey. So the part about the E, education and experience. It's amazing how many people can pick up their phone and find anything they want, and they don't. They're told something, and it's gospel. It's just amazing to me how many people make inappropriate buying decisions when all they have to do is look it up.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I'll bet you have people come in every day. What's the number one mistake people make with carpet? I want to know. What is it? If you don't know, you better.
Oh, I think probably the biggest mistake people make in carpet is
number one,
chinching on the padding. No, I think probably is believing what the salesperson tells them about a fiber.
That's okay. Believing salespeople could be every category there is.
But the fiber, you know, is nylon better than smart strand? Is smart strand better than nylon?
In other words,
polyester? What it does and how it performs. I think,
not knowing the product.
Right, they get stuck on something because somebody told them something that is as a half
like
truth.
stain resistance. Okay, let's talk to Don. Don, talk to me about radon, Don.
Well, if you're gonna have a radon test done in your house, I would recommend you go to forensic-applications.com.
Now, why is that?
Well, they have a lot of articles on there about radon. And scroll down, and you'll find all the truth about mold.
Okay, we have a great radon tester, don't we, Mark, on the referral list?
Couple of them. I'm not understanding what this gentleman's even saying, though. Just good articles, or did they test it, or what, man?
Yeah. Did you have an experience or a bad experience that led you to this?
Well, not really. What's going on is you get a realtor, and the first thing their buyer wants to do is test your house for radon.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
And, well, yeah, if you got someone that's honest and they're using the right instrument.
Oh, I get you. Otherwise, they can kill the sale, right?
Well, right.
Yeah.
And what?
Did you have any? Hold on. I want to ask straight up. Were you selling a home?
I've sold several homes.
And did this radon thing get in the way?
No, I'm not. I won't have the test done. So I found this company, and they're in Denver. It blew my mind because I scrolled down.
Don, that's not such a big deal. We have great radon people. If you called to tell us about great radon people, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I think he's trying to say he doesn't believe in radon or the effects of radon or something.
No, I don't. I do not believe
so,
in
okay.
it.
And by the way, it's exaggerated, Don. There's no doubt that radon is bad for you, but it's exaggerated just like black mold is exaggerated.
That's exactly right.
That's it. Is that the point you wanted to make? That it's exaggerated?
Yeah, that's the point I want to make.
And you're right. And people use fear, especially the mold scare. And when my show, it's still heard widely in Texas, but it was on KTRH in Houston, a huge audience. And the number one ripoff in home improvements, mold, because as soon as a contractor came in and said, oh my God, you have toxic mold, you damn near had to tear the house down.
Radon's so cheap to mitigate, though. I mean, we've got a company on referral list. Usually it's $800 and it's over.
Now, Don, other than giving out this website, was there anything specific you wanted to let people know? Did you just want to make a blanket statement that the radon scare is exaggerated?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before you get it done, research it and
Good.
go to forensic-application.
Well, okay, I'm not going to plug a company I don't know, but Don, thank you. We will look into them, though, okay? It's not that I don't trust you. I mean, we have people on the referral list, so I'm going to go to them first. Dave is concerned about scam calls. What are you talking about, Dave?
Well, I keep getting this call from ATT Alert.
I know, yeah.
And I call them back, and all of a sudden we're talking about my Social Security number and blah, blah, blah.
Hey, Suzanne, speaking of that, we have those numbers from the other day, right?
They're on the screen.
Oh, thank you. That was the one from the other day that said he was going to get arrested after the dating scam.
Yes.
Okay. So keep going, Dave. You just reminded me of something. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's funny because they're always Middle Eastern-sounding people, and I don't get it. I mean, it just...
Yeah, well, you know what? It must be working because they do it over and over and over
again.
Just like the credit cards.
Yep, that's right. I hear her. So,
RS and all that.
Do you have a number for the latest scam here you got?
Yeah.
Did you try it? Does it work? Is it a working number or a spoof number?
Yes, it is.
All right, hold on and give it to Suzanne. I am so tired of these scams. JJ, hold on. You're the one living in an apartment, 8 years, subsidized rent. You wanted to move to a bigger apartment. You put down a deposit, and they still haven't done anything about it. So here's the deal. We were going to put Daphne on this, but we found out you're being evicted. Is that true?
Yes, I was attacked on the 9th by another resident, and they put an eviction notice on my door yesterday saying that I was violating their rules and regulations.
Well, how are you violating rules and regulations?
For us conducting for violence being conducted on the property.
Was the other guy? Well, hold on. Hold on.
Woman,
is the other guy or other person being evicted?
Not that I'm aware of.
Did the cops show up?
Yes, the cops came.
JJ, can you? Okay, no, I understand. Can you tell me how this attack happened? Were you he just attacked you? Is it a he or she?
No, it's a woman.
Why did she attack you?
Because she didn't like a comment that I had posted on Facebook about what was going on in our residence.
Okay, all right. And how did she attack? Did she come up and say, "Hey, you"?
Sorry. I was cooking dinner for my children. Me and her were bickering on the phone, texting. I told her that she's more than welcome to come speak to me because I have no problem listening to people's rights because everyone has their own opinion.
Now, what you said was, I dare you say that in person, face to face.
No. I told her if she wanted to come, she could come to my house.
Yeah.
If she wanted to fight, I didn't want to fight because we live in the ghetto. It doesn't mean we have to be ghetto.
Okay, granted. What happened then?
I was cooking dinner, and my kids, because I'm deaf in my ear, so I didn't hear anybody banging on my door.
So then what?
She was pounding on my door. My baby was playing behind the door, like on the little tile.
Yeah.
And my door was shaking, and she's outside screaming.
And what happened?
Get out here, you stupid bitch. So
Yeah.
I finally stepped out and shut the door and was like, hey, dude, I got my kids in the house.
Okay, now listen, here's what I want to tell you. Hold on. Whatever you do, don't use bad words, okay? Now,
Okay, yeah.
I don't care about the B word, but I don't want to overuse it. Now, listen, here's the deal. What happened? You opened the door, and what, she clocked you?
No, I opened the door. She was screaming in my face. My neighbor took his kids upstairs.
Then
I
what?
had all the children.
Where did the attack happen?
Outside of my apartment.
Did she punch you? Did she hit you?
She punched me 4 to 6 times in my face. I ended up getting taken to the
So
emergency
why are you
room.
getting evicted over this? My initial plan of action still stands. We're going to contact management. Mark wants to wash his hands of this, JJ. I'm going to be honest with you here. He thinks you sound like a nut. I'm not saying
Why do you care about this deposit when it comes down to you're getting evicted in 3 days? How come this call didn't go like this? Help, I'm getting evicted in 3 days.
Because I called about the original problem when I sat there and called
I understand.
Mom.
So right now, you know you're leaving, right? You just want your money back.
No, I told them that I'm going to go to court because it's an illegal eviction.
Okay, why is it illegal?
Because I have not been found guilty.
Well,
both of us were ticketed.
Okay,
We both got
all right.
ticketed with the same thing.
I need Daphne to go on a fact-finding mission, okay? I'm thinking that JJ is being taken advantage of, Mark.
Yeah, me too.
Look it. She was attacked.
$70 a month in rent, wants a better place. You know what? This woman, what do you say, man? We got to help her.
Well, look, if it's true that she was attacked, why should she be evicted? But, JJ, have you been attacked before by other tenants?
No.
Okay. You haven't had a lot of trouble? Have you had police come to your place before, ever?
Me and one other tenant a couple years back had an issue over her speeding through the parking lot.
All right, so total, how many times have the police visited total?
And every time it's somebody else's
When you're involved, how many times?
Last time, it's been a few times when the cops came, they're desensitized.
Yeah, here's the deal, man. It's amazing to me how many encounters people have with police.
And it's always someone else's issue.
No, but I mean just encounters. I never have encounters. Who has encounters with police? I mean, it's weird, that you would have an encounter with police, like they come and disturbing the peace or their noise or neighbors or whatever. It's just weird.
I just wish the call went more like this. Hey, I'm getting evicted. I've got kids. Can you help me find a place? Instead of, hey, this person did this and this person did this. It's not my fault. I want a bigger place.
She's got a sweet subsidized deal right now.
I wonder what she called the lady on Facebook.
Tom, 1 minute and 10:06.
This lady's...
Mark, do we have a date?
This lady's turning tricks.
Mark, you'll have a 30 in the spot box.
She's a whore. What did you tell the lady? There's another side story.
Quite a bit over the past half hour. Some delays on the north end of town. Got a wreck northbound I-25 near Northwest Parkway, blocking the right lane. Back up to 136 with occupations there. I-76 remains closed there. Eastbound is being locked away in the Nebraska border. Westbound has been open, so that's good news there.
Just kind of vary it a little bit, and then when you emphasize, do it on purpose. I know, and there's a reason I'm saying how long is this freeway system? I thought you said
20 seconds and 10:06.
I do them now, and you're good.
You know what I mean? I mean at a regular basis.
That's right. I can miss commercials.
So guys, what did you bring with you?
Oh,
Sale
prices
okay, we got a commercial.
$309. Only at your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only.
Centeno Schultz does these seminars where they give information about stem cell therapy, and the reason I love them is because they give accurate information. There's so much phony baloney stuff going on right now. You know, they've even switched to the term regenerative medicine because they know they don't have stem cells. So here's the deal. Centeno Schultz is the real deal. When you hear other people talking, know this, unless they are extracting stem cells from you at the time of treatment, it's phony baloney. Centeno Schultz can explain this to you in person or at a seminar. It's your choice. They've also opened a chain of wonderful clinics called RegenX to get the genuine therapy out. So, give them a call, find out when the next seminar is, or schedule a review. 303-963-9201, 303-963-9201, or thestemcellexperts.com.
Cranberry, healthy cereal for your
Just let you know. So when you guys talk, or like this is the camera that you're right over here, he's there, and then if you guys say something, I put out that shit down. That's all right, okay? Everything's right? Very nice.
You're giving me a silly look, Daniel. Did you need something?
No, just messing with you.
He wants that. He wants JJ's phone number.
I already gave JJ his cell. So there.
How about Ken?
Ken's holding.
Oh, okay, the DOJ people.
I got that number for
Think
Tom.
of
I
all
want
the
it.
dependents you can write off if you and JJ hook up.
I could put him to work begging.
On the street corner. Hold on, guys.
Look for Cranberry cereal. A special shout out to King Soopers for carrying Cranberry cereal.
All right, PriceFixerDenver.com. If there's any issue with your furnace or air conditioner, I'm going to make this so simple. Listen to this. No trip charges, no diagnostic fees. If you got a problem, you call them up. They're not going to charge you anything to come out and give you an estimate. And guess what? That estimate will have the lowest price guaranteed. And if you end up needing a new unit at any time, they'll give you the best price possible. The best price, backed by the best guarantees. PriceFixerDenver.com.
Can ruin your life. Get help with highly respected, skilled trial attorney Joe Lazara. He's offering a free initial consultation and get $500 off.
Oh. It's nuts, man. That woman, I don't know why I get so irritated. He doesn't. No, you got irritated as hell at her the other day. You made her cry. Hell, I'm nice. She was crying on the air talking to him a couple days ago.
Wailing.
Oh, I'm crying.
With Rex, you get a dedicated agent and a full service balance.
BC. Beyond crying.
You know, most homeless people, most people in that situation have something.
Man, if I'm getting a place for $80 a month, food stamps, and every other thing she's getting, I am going to live quiet and cool, man. I ain't going to risk that shit.
So I had an employee that works for me. She was 21 and had a 3-year-old. Okay? And what was sad is, you know, she's a single Hispanic girl with a 3-year-old, and I was paying her $15 an hour, you know, to be my secretary. And she was doing such a good job, I wanted to give her a raise. So I gave her a raise, right?
And I brought down her other freedoms.
And so she had rent control.
Yeah.
And because I gave her the raise, she lost $700 a month.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
And it was like $3 an hour doesn't cover that. And that's what makes me mad is they should have, because she was so
graduated.
Yes. Should have been graduated better. You know, so much.
Anything with all public service, all public government.
And I'll say this, I told her, fine, I'll take the raise away, because she came in and said, I can't have the raise, I'm going to lose this, and it's going to cost me all this money. I said, fine, I'll take the raise away, and I'll pay you under the table. You know, because she's trying to make herself better. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm Tom Martino.
Oh, you're a troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. This hour brought to you by who? Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. He does the most proactive marketing of anyone in the market. So if you have something listed with him, he doesn't just put up a sign and wait for people to sell it. He sells most of his own listings, and he has stats to prove that he sells for higher prices and quicker. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Okay, now, Ken called with a very interesting problem. First of all, he was on a dating site. That's not a big deal. A lot of people do that. And then he said he hooked up with one woman online who sent pictures, and she needed money to get over here. And so he started sending her money. Now, he knows he's probably gotten taken by her. But then he gets another call from the Department of Justice, Mr. Goodwin. And they say they're going to arrest him. Is that right, Ken? I think, of course, this is all part of the same elaborate scam. What did they say they were going to arrest you for? What's wrong with someone trying to get a date?
Well, the first call came from a lady that said she worked for the Department of Justice.
Yeah.
And that they are looking at, Homeland Security was looking at me and charging me with conspiracy. And I said, I haven't conspired with anybody. And then she's the one that said, if you hang on the line, I'll get more information from an attorney. And so I was transferred over to a guy.
And what did he say?
Well, he said he'd go in front of the judge to get my name cleared pro bono. And I said, well, and then do you want me as your attorney? I said, well, no, because you're going to charge me a fee eventually. And he says, no, pro bono. So then the next day he calls back and says they were looking at doing 1 year and 1 day, or you can pay the fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was yesterday or maybe...
So he said, now this is a guy that wants to represent you. So how did he know that they're going to sentence you 1 year and 1 day?
I really don't know. His first spiel was he's a Harvard lawyer and all that and all that.
And he okay. How did he say he got your case? He was short on details, wasn't he?
Yeah, from the Department of Justice. I mean, even their whole music makes it sound like everything's legit. You know,
really?
They
Okay.
work for the United States.
All right, I'm going to call him.
But the last one was they wanted $6,000 to clear my...
Okay, and we're going to call this guy. I hope the number works.
It was
I'm just going to call him and see what happens. And I'm going to say I'm calling for you, and I represent you.
Okay.
I won't say I'm attorney. I'm just going to say I represent you.
Okay.
Because the Department of Justice will never hold you up for money, nor do business on the phone.
You are calling the Department of Justice.
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's...
God, you'd think they'd do these a little better.
Please hold while I try to connect you to Jeremiah Goodman's desk.
Oh, Goodman.
United States Attorney at the Federal Prosecution Office.
Goodman.
The mission of the Department of Justice of the United States of America is
Yes.
to enforce the law and defend the interests of the United States according to the law,
Thank
to
you.
ensure public safety against
Thank
threats
you.
foreign and domestic, Hi, you have reached the desk of Jeremiah Goodman, United States Attorney at the Federal Prosecution Office. He is unable to come to the phone right now, but if you leave your name, number, and a short message, he will be sure to call back.
Oh, doggone it. We're going to have to try again. But that was a good spiel. And you said that hold stuff is what made you think it was genuine? That sounds so phony.
Yeah, I was...
we are the Department of Justice. We uphold the law against threats foreign and domestic. What, are you kidding me? They don't have a hold stuff like that. Anyway, here's the deal. I'm going to keep trying that number. I will.
And the other one is, I think I gave you a number for Scott Jacobs as well.
And who's Scott Jacobs?
He was the first attorney I talked to.
Suzanne, would you also get Scott Jacobs' number? Thanks.
He went to Yale.
713 Talk. Yeah. So we have the Harvard and we have the Yale. Get the other number. Keep this one up too. And then keep, of course, line 8 up. I'm going to try to get to all of these. It's fun. I want to introduce our second guest in the Common Man chair. It's not really Common Man, but we have people, come in as guests, or Buddy Mitchell for carpets, to talk about carpets, but we also have people just dropping by from the referral
We
list.
forgot about something.
Hold on. We have Tobin Heating and Air. And Tobin is a name that's been here since 1954, did you say? And then his dad took it over. Phil's dad and Donna's dad took it over many years ago, 20?
2002.
Yeah, okay. And now they run it. And, of course, their dad had an untimely demise. He had a heart attack a few years ago. And, guys, were you trained before your dad passed away? Were you working in the business?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you were with him the whole time?
I've been with Tobin since
Are you?
2000.
What's your background? Are you a tech or are you more the business guy?
I'm mostly in the field.
So you are a tech?
Yeah.
You know your stuff?
I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're happy to have you. And Tobin Heating and Air, if anybody has any questions, you can call us. Okay, Mark, what did we forget?
Ken, we found a date for him.
Oh, that's right.
That's a big part of it.
Now, Ken, I really want you to know we're not making fun of you. Seriously, we're not. We're having fun, but not making fun.
We had a long-time listener.
Yeah, we had
reach out.
somebody call up, and she said, hey, I heard the guy, and he's 55. Are you 55, Ken?
56, just turned 56.
56, okay. And you sent your photo, and I would say, you know, I'm not talking, you're not Paul Newman, but you're not Quasimodo either. You know, you're somewhere in between. That's good.
No, this woman reached out, and she said, listen, I'm from Russia. If you send me $500, I'll come out.
No, but
Mark.
we did have someone who wants to date him, right?
We did, Tom.
And did she send a photo?
I haven't asked her yet. I guess I should.
We have to do that because I have an algorithm. And I run the photo through facial recognition algorithm, and it will tell us on this scale, and it's only appearances. We are not judging people, but this algorithm does judge appearances, and you get, you know, everything from applause to dogs barking. You figure it out. So we will let you know. But Ken, seriously, we're going to do this DOJ. You don't have to hang for that. We're going to call them back, the Department of Justice. And TJ held yesterday about Davidson marketing. I'm not sure what's going on, but what is your gripe here, TJ?
Well, it's not a gripe. I'm just wondering if this is a reputable company with the BBB. You have an invention company, don't you?
Yes, we do. We have. Oh, so this Davidson is one that is soliciting inventors, and
Yes.
Is that one? Okay, why don't we take this break? I'll look at their website. What's the website?
It's Davidson Inc.
Just Davidson Inc.
Company. Yes.
Okay, so hold on, and we'll talk about it.
This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts.
It's incredible what a couple of hours will do to the drive.
Across the Mile High City Freeway system. Looks like an earlier wreck up north on I-25 near Northwest Parkway has cleared out of the way. At least traffic will back up to speed on that stretch. In fact, there's hardly any delays in the highway driving the metro area. Just that ramp northbound 225 to westbound I-70.
You should tell them you went to Harvard too, the lawyer. What year did you go in? See, here I was there.
Do you remember Professor?
You should Google a professor that was there at the time.
24/7/30. Today with a high near 40. Right now mostly cloudy at 28. With the traffic and weather, I'm Pete Waxer.
Just says the lawyer business must be getting pretty tough out there if you're going to be doing scams.
Okay, guys.
Napa Platinum in here. Plus a Napa Platinum oil filter for $21.98. Quality parts, helpful people.
Fix It 24/7. That name says it all, right? You can call them anytime for fixing. Now, they have a special going on. We call this the tween season. You can't make up your mind what it is, summer or winter. But here's what we're doing, okay? Fix It 24/7 will come out and clean and adjust your air conditioning and furnace system, both of them for just $48. That's only today for the next 10 people, $48, and that's 720-526-3939.
It's time.
Boy, who could repair brick on the side of a house?
A tuck pointer.
Video. Crystal clear audio.
And we have
Who is it? I don't care who it is. I got no one.
It just works.
Unless it's
a company that does
Cracker Jack 30 spot and 30 seconds. Cracker Jack 30 spot.
What is Cracker Jack?
Mud Jack. No, but he needs the actual brick fix.
Cracker Jack.
No, they don't.
They definitely don't.
They have no idea.
All they do is show up with trucks and level shit.
And not even then, they would have no idea. I can promise you on that.
They don't have a license, so I can just...
You need a mason.
He might know
Cracker Jack
somebody.
30 coming up.
Flexible, breathable, has Skechers
We
air-cooled
have
memory foam.
peers
Plus, they
that
come in a
have-
wide variety of current styles.
We have a structural pairing guy.
And
And
they
then want
came
to wear
in and
anything
fixed the
else.
brick.
Price get
I'm just telling you. I don't know. That was like fixing.
You know, you don't have to understand how mud jacking works. It just know this. You get a free estimate on your concrete repair. If your concrete is sinking, if it's heaving, if it's cracking, whatever it's doing, before you replace it, just check with crackerjackmudjacking.com. They have fixed thousands of jobs for fractions of the cost. 303-410-7787, 410-7787, crackerjackmudjacking.com.
Hi, my name's Ken.
My
garage.
They're really good.
What's that, Holmes?
I don't have them on my phone.
2% cash back on
Who?
all my business purchases.
The guy
The concrete in my garage going into my house has sunk about that much. No, my house is built in
Was it a structural
76,
deal?
and as you walk in, you go into my garage, as you're going into my house, the
mortar,
step is still there, this board, the concrete slab is falling about that far. It's like crazy, so I've lived with it for a couple of years, but I've always wondered what it would take to lift it up.
Well, there's more to it than that. If it fell that far, is water getting underneath that
Adults who have
step?
crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them.
This is inside my garage.
I know.
Could have years ago. It's been there for it's been like that for a while. It seems like it's gotten a little worse.
Yeah, because usually it doesn't stop. You know,
With natural means in 2
where
years,
it stops, but it
way
does
cheaper
different.
than getting a
If
mouthful
you had that much
of
movement,
Aurora.
I'm wondering why nothing else, your garage walls, nothing seemed weird.
303-690-0100.
Cutting back doesn't always mean we should give up on making healthy choices. When buying chicken from Redbird Farms,
So we
you're
should
making
talk
that
about,
healthy choice.
the whole house
Proves
humidifier.
what real chicken tastes like.
Because we tell
RedbirdFarms.com
every
visit King Super
wood
Center
customer
or
that
City
buys a
Market.
wood floor that they have to put it in.
FlexAdent
There's a
of
warranty on their wood
Colorado.com.
floor
They
void.
fix dents without touching the
If you
paint.
do a whole
If you don't
house
have paint
humidifier,
damage, go to FlexAdent.
Yeah,
They're
it's
top rated with a Better Business Bureau. They have great reviews.
Because
It's like new. So go to FlexAdent. If you have any hail damage or dings, it doesn't take away from the value. You get a $500 discount for big jobs for all Martino listeners. 303-619-6273, 619-6273.
Once you do it, you gotta do it forever.
FlexAdent of
And they make now
Colorado.com.
humidifiers that you can put inside a piano.
What do you mean? Oh,
Wood floors, I've been studying wood floors because of all the problems you can have with
I've
them.
never seen one that didn't move some.
Right. Well, you have to balance the humidity in the house, and what happens is people will install a wood floor in the summer, and then the winter will come, and when the winter comes, the forced air heat comes on and dries the house out, and when it dries the house out, the floors shrink, and then they blame it on the flooring contractor. And it's like, no, it's going to shrink in the winter, and it's going to grow in the summer.
after say 10 years though, I mean that wood knows what's going on, right?
It's when it changes, right? So the wood's gonna grow and shrink depending on the humidity
But
in
Mark
the
says,
house.
Mark, it doesn't find its level. I guess it does if it dries out and doesn't get moist again.
Right. But what happens is it changes.
Yes,
Right?
that's right.
It's the change.
Yeah. But it'll always, there's not a coating they can put on it to where
Yeah, of course
moisture
there is.
doesn't penetrate?
Of course there is.
That's put on the bottom all over.
That's why I call it engineer. Is engineer flooring the laminate over the hardboard? Is that laminate?
Well, engineered is plywood with a veneer.
Okay, that's right. Isn't that kind of resistant to wood?
More stable.
Gas station, 630.
Real wood will grow up to 12%.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, Davidson Marketing, I'm looking at it. I mean, I don't see anything that looks horrific, but I'm saying this. They sound like a sales company. They help you with sales, management, training, retail. They help you with marketing, but I don't see anything here about inventions. There's brand development and all of this. There are probably millions, hundreds of thousands, or at least thousands of marketing companies. I mean, everywhere you look, you see a marketing company, and they all say they're going to do something like this. So what was your specific question, TJ? How did you find them to begin with?
I seen them years ago on commercial, and I guess they don't have the commercial anymore. And then I used them once before.
For what?
Ago.
For what?
I had an invention that I paid them quite a bit of money for.
How much?
And they finished $13,000.
And what did you get for 13 grand?
Well, I got the prototype.
Did you get a patent?
I got a provisional.
Well, that expired.
Right.
So they never. Wait a minute. You're telling me for 13 grand you got a provisional patent and that's it?
Yes.
Did you get a, hold on, did you get a, okay, you got a provisional. Did you get the prototype actual model?
Yes.
And what was the model? What was it? A 3D rendering by plastic, or what is it? What are we talking about? It's too late now. You can never patent it because you lost your rights. So you may as well tell me, what was it?
It was a body dryer. It was, you know how you put your hands under the dryer when you wash your hands in the bathroom? Well, this was supposed to be designed to dry your body.
Okay. All right.
Basically for overweight people, disabled people.
Yeah, like a hair blower, but it just blows everything. So hold on a second.
Right.
I need to know something. You spent 13 grand on this, and you got a prototype. Was it a working prototype?
It was, except for it blew cold air instead of hot air.
All right.
I went down to Pittsburgh.
Well, we don't need to talk about this. This was a long time ago. So bottom line is this. Bottom line is this. What are you calling about now?
Well, I'm calling about basically your, I have another idea. And yesterday I heard where you were talking to somebody about fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
You're right. So don't go back to Davidson's. We've established that. In fact, if anyone's listening, don't go to anyone online for an invention. You go to someone you can see and talk to. I'm not saying that everyone online is a ripoff, but why do that when you have competent people right here locally? And Mark Trenner, and you don't have to even visit with him, but Mark Trenner, here's the main thing, okay? The main thing is doing a provisional patent. It costs money, but not a lot. And here's the benefit of a provisional patent. It's provisional and it's immediate, which means you own the rights. No one can copy it unless it's already out there and you didn't see it, or someone is in line ahead of you. So at the end of the process, the worst thing that happens is this. You're turned away. The best thing that happens is you beat everyone else. So let's say you don't. Right now, you have to do a patent search, and then you have to do all of that feasibility and all of the other crap. Many people put that before the provisional patent, and what happens is while they're doing all of that, someone else beats them. So what you need to do is get a provisional patent. That's a place in line. Now, you do understand what I mean by provisional. Even if there is an invention exactly like it, and it was patented 4 years ago, and the guy never, ever marketed it, he has priority over your provision. But you never know that until you go through the process. But at least it kind of just holds your spot. So get a provisional patent immediately, and Mark Trenner can help you do that.
Okay. I was looking, you also have an invention company, right? Right?
No, I don't. Here's what I've said in the past. I said that if there are people with great ideas, whether it be a product, an invention, a business idea, we will listen to you and help you pick good people or help you find investors, because I do know investors. Out of the hundreds I've seen, okay, I hooked up two guys with a billionaire, and he was taking it somewhere, and they crapped out. So I am saying that if you have a great idea, not like our friend Nathan who calls with the giant nipple for men so they can have a breast fantasy. I'm talking about something real. If you have a product that would really work and we think it's great, we'll make the introductions. Or we'll help you directly, depends. So you got to give me a hint of what you're talking about without giving it away. We have more coming up. You know, so many people call me when they're injured.
And they say, Tom, who should I call? And I say, John Fuller, Fuller Law. Personal injury is nothing to fool around about. The other side will always try to minimize your claim. The other side will always try to make you feel guilty or not entitled. You need someone who will fight for you.
We're going to talk about that.
Absolutely. Someone put that down. You can never know John Fuller will fight for you. And he only gets paid if you get paid. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500.
I was at Denver Hardwood the other day because they want me to sell some of their products, and I was talking to this guy, and this guy's an expert on wood. If wood comes into the home at 12% not humidity, water content, and it shrinks to 3%.
Yes, are you there?
And it
You
goes
called
from
me. You
12
want to
to
talk?
9 to
I'm
6.
lonely.
For every 3 points of water content,
I do that every solicitor.
Shrink 330 seconds an inch.
They have the rate guarantee. If rates go down, they will
So
refinance you free of charge.
plus
303-867-7000. Check out their pre-approval. It's like a cash offer. Already
So an eighth and a half is 337.
All you need is the
So
appraisal.
if 2 more do that, you now have 630 seconds,
000.
which
Equal opportunity
is
lender regulated by
3/8 of an inch.
NMLS
Right?
13656 for
And so a 3/8 of an inch gap in your floors. And so people will buy this product from, you know, a cheap place. It'll have 12% humidity, and their floor in their house is at 6% water content.
Wow.
It'll shrink. That wood will go from 12% to 6%. What's 36? And so what you have to do is you have to get it within a certain parameter, and then it has to stay there. Because if we walk into your house and your wood floor, your subfloor is at 12, and the wood's at 12 when we install it, right? So you test it, and you test it, and then in the winter, your subfloor goes to 6, right? Guess what? You now have quarter-inch gaps, and that happens to people all the time. And so the humidifier, they say that you can't have more than a 30-point swing in the humidity in your house, right? So
Mark, you'll have
30%.
a price fixer 30 in the headline.
So you've got to keep it between 30 and 70%, right? So if it's raining outside, you have 100% humidity. You turn on a fan, you bring that 100% humidity in the house, and let's say you do that for a month. Well, the water content in the wood will absorb that moisture, and then in the winter, when it's 8% humidity outside, let's just say it's 15, you turn on your forced air heat. That forced air heat dries the air out to 3% humidity in the house, and the wood dries out. So in Colorado, you have this dramatic changes in humidity in the house, and the humidifier is designed. The whole house humidifier is designed to keep it constant. It's not trying to keep it moist. It's not trying to keep it dry. It just has to stay constant, right? If it stays constant, then your wood won't move. That's the reason Shaw, Mohawk, Anderson, all the wood companies, all of them, they say you can't have dramatic changes in the wood and keep your warranty on your wood from it growing and shrinking. Because if you kill dry a piece of wood, you get it down to 6% humidity, and you stick it in 100% humidity.
Hey guys, don't mind me if I interrupt your program.
It sucks
up the water and it grows.
Like a sponge.
Right.
How about that wood that's grown underground in the rivers? There's wood that actually grows in rivers. I wonder how that would work.
Mark, 1 minute, price fixer 30 spot.
Still, it's called a root.
It's not. It's not.
It's a root.
I'm gonna find it for you. It's grown underwater.
No, the eucalyptus tree does grow in water, but
It's the eucalyptus tree.
But it does.
So does a cypress tree. They grow in the swamp.
That's the flooring I
But
want.
in the water, it's the...
Shaw came out with a waterproof wood.
They did?
Oh, they did?
Is it engineered?
No. Oh, okay.
It's engineered waterproof. 100% guaranteed against moisture.
But the stuff that's pre-finished...
I don't hear anything in my headphones. Why is that?
Some does.
Okay.
That's the new.
Don't you have to bring wood in and let it acclimate to the house before you install it again?
That's the problem. We let it acclimate, and then
I still don't hear what
a year
is in
later,
the speakers. Is it because he has that on?
You change it.
The most delicious union of all
Biggest
time
warranty I
is
had.
back.
Biggest warranty I had
Kentucky
was
Fried
the
Chicken.
guy bought a
Chicken
house,
and
we
waffles
acclimated
are
it.
Okay, guys,
For
hold
a
up.
limited time only. At KFC, it's finger licking good.
All right, PriceFixerDenver.com. They will simply give you the best pricing. They never charge a diagnostic fee, and they never charge a trip charge. You have any problems with your heating or air conditioner, you go to PriceFixerDenver.com. You can call them right there. You'll see their phone number. These guys are great. The best pricing, the best guarantees, no matter how you look at it. PriceFixerDenver.com. And if you need a new unit, they have the lowest price guarantee. Go check out all their guarantees at PriceFixerDenver.com.
People have asked me, Tom, where do you get BioT? They've heard me talk about
You're going to have to look at this because it totally screws me up, man.
To optimize your hormones, not just...
I hear nothing in my headphones when that monitor's on. And that's brand new, though. It didn't happen before.
What are you talking about, Mark? Let me help you. What?
Here, put these up. I hear nothing. What do you hear?
Revitalize health. And the important thing about the hormone bros
Yes, there you go. Okay.
You don't have to.
So many people have called and said, Tom, I know you do this. The most
I
natural
don't know.
delivery of hormones. I know you do it. You don't have to ask me anymore where to go. Go to Revitalize Health.
I hate that button.
Three brothers, cool guys, great guys. They work together as a family, so I call them the Hormone Bros. I just think it's cool. So that's how you can find them. TheHormoneBros.com. Revitalized Health. HormoneBros.com or TheHormoneBros.com. 720-361-2302.
What do you think is a perfect humanity for
All of the therapy
concept?
you need to stay young and healthy.
50, 50,
HormoneBros.com.
30 to 50.
A quick
Okay,
comparison.
30 to 50 not in Denver.
That's why you get a whole house humidifier. So the biggest warranty I had was a guy bought a floor from us. We tested it, we acclimated it, we put it in right at Thanksgiving, and he went to China for 6 months.
Thanks for calling Greenland.
Nobody was in the house.
What is that called on the brick again? What did you call that person? A what?
No, nobody living in the house and we forced their heat on all winter. He gets back in March, and well, it's wooden shrunk. He blamed us, and his humidity in his house was 2.3% when we went in, and so it was all curled and everything. He moved a renter in there, right? They started taking showers.
Oh, that's pretty good. Bright light accepts Medicaid.
That's why they all laid back down. Pretty much, yeah.
Can you, so wouldn't you accept Medicaid too?
No, it's totally different.
Totally different. Yeah, okay.
That's coffee to 200. This is the
I know it's totally different, but you don't have to do both if you, so you can take Medicare and reject Medicare.
Yeah, or the other way around.
Well, that'd be weird, but yeah. Okay.
I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere, the longest running show on radio with the same host currently on the air.
All you have to do is call 303-MARTINO anytime, no matter where you're listening from. And we've gotten some great emails. One guy said, I'm listening from way far away. Where was that, Mark?
It was Mexico.
That's not
Guadalajara.
We have people in Alaska. We have people in Russia. I love the village in Russia. And we have our comrades listening there. So.
You know what Dan said about Russians?
What?
He thinks 50% of them are possibly thieves, because every time you hear of something, I found that a little weird.
That is a terrible thing. Well, why would that is a racist, terrible, stereotypical.
Yeah, Dan.
No, seriously, that is disgusting. He didn't say that really, and if he did, you should.
Isn't it weird though?
You should have
anytime
never
you hear
mentioned
of
that on
sex
the air.
trafficking or a lot of stuff, I mean, it's weird.
Oh, you. No, you hear about what?
About that pawn store up in
No, you hear about the Russian mafia. That's what you hear
Russian
about.
mafia?
But that's what you hear about. It's not Russians. It's the Russian mafia.
What?
Just like Islam is radical Islam. It's not all of Islam. Just like anybody who has problems. I mean, but he didn't mean...
He meant Russian mafia.
That's what he meant. Okay. 303-713-TALK is our number. Give us a call for any problem, question, or complaint. I'm going to introduce our guest in a sec. Okay, just hold on. Sandy, I'm interested to hear this problem because of what I see on the call screen. What's happening?
Yes, Tom, it's nice to talk with you today. I received medical treatment from Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. Who's Mr. Jones?
Dean Jones.
Dr. Dean Jones, a chiropractor. And if you went to him, chances are you did not receive medical treatment because he doesn't do medical treatment.
Right, I'm sorry. I meant stem cell.
You didn't get stem cell treatment either because he doesn't do stem cell treatment. But what did he say he was giving you?
That's what he said he was giving me.
Are you sure that's what he said? When did you go to him?
September.
In September. Now, I think he has stopped using the term stem cells because we've shut down his lying ass, but I could be wrong. I don't mean shut him down in business, but from using that, but maybe he does. So, Dr. Dean Jones, how did you find out about him?
Well, you had advertised him.
No, I haven't. I haven't advertised. I advertised him years ago when stem cell therapy first came out. But here's what I said, okay? I said that you are getting, excuse me, even before that, I did ABC Chiropractic, or he is really good. He is really good at, what is, I'm trying to think of the method of chiropractic. He's really good, but he doesn't even do that anymore. But then he got into stem cells, and so no one knew anything about stem cells, so I would just say, okay, you know, they've gotten into stem cell therapy, and I said, you know, they have amniotic fluid that's donated. Don't worry, it doesn't come from aborted fetuses, and I went to this whole thing.
That's exactly what I was calling,
right. And this was years ago. Years ago I did this. And then I said, so, you know, and they were called Stem Cell Institute of America. And then I did that for a very short time, and somebody called me and said, Tom, you shouldn't be advertising for them because it's not stem cell therapy. I said, of course it is. It's amniotic fluid. And then what happened is I investigated and found out that that caller was correct. And it changed everything I did. I went into the station and said, I never want to do commercials for this guy ever. I'll never do commercials for any provider of so-called stem cells unless they do genuine stem cells. And I found out one of the few clinics was Centeno Schultz. And there was a long story, but then I went on a crusade to try to educate people about living stem cells. But you're telling me in September you went to him, and I had long been dissing him and talking about him. So if you listen to me in the last 3 years, you've heard me down him and tell you not to go to him. So why did you go to him?
Well, it wasn't this it had to be a year ago then, Tom.
Not even a year ago. Not even a year ago. Sandy, listen, I don't mind that you went to Dr. Dean Jones, and maybe you heard about him on my show years ago. That's fine, but you didn't hear about him recently because, but you must have seen a commercial somewhere or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm helping you anyway, but this guy, in my opinion, is a liar and a cheater if he says he's doing living stem cells, because he's not. Did he tell you, how did you find out about him, to go last September? Did it just come into your mind one morning, I'm going to call him, or did you see an advertisement somewhere?
I said it was an advertisement to do stem cells, and I set up the appointment to meet, and a bunch of people. Did it say stem? Okay, it was for their seminar. Was he with Stem Cell Institute of America? Yes.
It was.
I have to look at the paperwork that I have at home. I'm not at home right now.
Important.
And I don't have
That's important, Sandy, because he used to. I don't know if he still does. Mark, can you see? Does he still do Stem Cell Institute of America, or are they still even around?
I gotta look,
because that was a crooked organization too. So anyway, what happened?
So. You know, 15,000 later, I got some additional help from your referral list is Wink and Wink, and I had to file bankruptcy because he charged me $15,000.
Yeah.
Something that,
and you got no results?
No. I just was scared of what he actually injected into me. Was it steroid or was it?
I had what he injected years ago. It was amniotic.
What is it?
It was amniotic fluid.
What does that do?
Well, okay, let's be fair about this. Yes. Amniotic fluid is not totally useless.
Oh.
Neither is umbilical cord blood. It actually does have growth factors in it. The problem with amniotic fluid and umbilical cord blood is not that it will hurt you.
Okay.
It's not that it's inert, because it's not inert. It is an active growth solution, and it does have some benefit. Now, I don't want people rushing out to do it, but it does have some benefit. The benefit, however, is about equal to PRP, which is platelet-rich plasma. Here's my problem with the clinics doing umbilical cord blood and amniotic fluid. My problem with them is they are lying and cheating people by telling them they're getting stem cells.
I see, yeah.
Okay, now, if they said, now, I think one of them, Mandy, is doing, now says regenerative therapy, and I don't think they say stem cells. There's nothing wrong with advertising regenerative therapy because it is regenerative therapy, even if you use amniotic fluid. But to be completely fair, you should not say it's stem cell therapy because it's not. But people going think they're getting stem cell therapy. That's the problem I have. And there, in my opinion, there's got to be the government involvement because there's too much out there, too much phony information. So, Sandy, when you went to this seminar, did Dr. Dean Jones say you were getting stem cell therapy?
Well, it was so... I remember the stem... Yes, I remember that.
Well, what are you calling about if you went bankrupt? What are you calling about?
Well,
I mean, it's months later. What are you calling about now?
Well, I was more concerned of what it consists of. What was the component of it? Because I had gone a whole year just, wondering what he actually used on me, and I was very concerned about it. That's really what I was calling.
Don't be concerned because it helped me. I know. Yeah. Listen, people might think, why are you saying this, Tom? Okay, because it did help me a little. It really did. It
helped me too, but
it is not stem cell therapy, though.
I also had care with that too, though. Not him, but.
Now, he did ABC, I believe it was called ABC, structural, it's advanced structural something he did. And he did a very good job doing that. Here's the bottom line, Sandy. You went bankrupt, you got out of it. Now, those listening, please don't rush to Dr. Dean Jones. Even with amniotic fluid and having growth factors, he's one of the worst in the business. He had a nurse practitioner do it, and without guidance. So please don't go to him. In fact, I would not go to any clinic with amniotic fluid and umbilical cord or any other fluid shipped to a clinic at all.
Go to an MD.
If you go to an MD, and if you go to Centeno Schultz, you don't have to get stem cells. You can say to them, look, I can't afford stem cells, or I don't want stem cells. How about something else? And they will do PRP, which is platelet-rich plasma, and that works very well. So,
and better yet, they actually are truthful. You realize Cracker Jack, who was in here yesterday, went to them with his issue, and they told him right to his face, listen, anything we do is not going to help you. You need surgery. So they don't try to okie dokie at Centeno Schultz.
Yeah. By the way, let me give you their number. It's 303-963-9201. That's Centeno Schultz, the StemCellExperts.com. 303-963-9201. Now listen, I don't want to ever steer you wrong. If ever you hear me talking about something or advertising something like that guy did years ago when he told me about Dr. Dean Jones, please call me. We always listen to people, always. And we want to be sure that the people on our referral list are the best of the best. In fact, you will never find anyone in the media ever, not Channel 9, not Channel 4, no one, not radio, who will say to you, uh-oh, this is wrong, I told you about this and I was wrong, here's what it really is. Or will you ever find a place that will take a call and work a complaint about one of their advertisers? You try it. If you ever watch Colorado and Company on Channel 9, and you call about a problem with one of those clients, let me know if anyone actually works that problem for you. You will never find anyone, and not at Home Advisor, not at Angie's List, not on Team Logan, not anywhere, not at the Better Business Bureau. No one will take the problem, do arbitration, investigation, inspections, or anything ever. They will not do it. Not because they're bad. They're not set up to do it. We have more coming up.
What is?
The creepy porn lawyer.
What is he doing now?
He just got indicted on 36 counts by a California federal grand jury accused of ripping off mentally ill paraplegic clients.
Is that the one where he kept the money?
I have no idea.
Because that one...
Tom, buddy, this gentleman called, he couldn't hold. He couldn't hold, but he just was looking at light-proof carpet and wanted to know the difference between that and a medium-grade carpet.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Of course, I told him how much I love our light.
There are brand names.
No,
okay?
light-proof is Home Depot.
Hey, Dr. Jim Jones still does stem cell.
No, but we're going to talk about
the rubber backing that Mark and I
So the new
have.
pile west to north.
we trade.
So you go here, Denver,
Home Depot has
there.
light-proof.
What is yours called?
Lifeguard.
See, I always...
He changed companies.
Am I doing somebody here? Hello? Should I do something? Can I go on the air? I'm Tom Martino, and K&H Home Solutions has a deal on siding, not just any siding, but the best siding in the industry. We're talking about Everlast. Now, Everlast is thick through and through, durable. That means that you can crack it open and the color will be through and through it. You never have to paint it. It has zero maintenance, and it's pressed together with plastics and earth minerals like talc and other things that make it resistant to all weather. A lifetime of durability, a lifetime warranty, and now 40% off. You don't do better than that at K&H Home Solutions or anywhere. They are doing a 40% off special. Now, you can make your own appointment at khwindows.com. khwindows.com. If you have any questions, give them a call. 303-421-7100. They call it the Spring Sign and Save. And you get 40% off Everlast siding and 25% off windows and doors. 303-421-7100, 421-7100, or khwindows.com.
Dude, he got a $4 million judgment for a guy who's mentally ill.
Yeah, and he took the money.
He spent the whole thing.
He told the guy the settlement hadn't come in yet, right?
Oh, that's right. You put it in an account, and it was like been a year.
Yeah, but this is old.
He was running for Democratic.
Well, it's not old news considering he got indicted today on it, 36 counts.
But he was being investigated for it.
And they found it.
I'm saying it has nothing to do with Nike. It has nothing to do with the creepy porn
No, the
lawyer
guy is
or
just like, he's
creepy
a dirt
porn
bag.
star.
Customized loan.
And every time he says, I'll be vindicated.
He's Italian.
I know. He gives a bad name to himself.
He's just misunderstood.
Dan said 50% of Italians.
There are never any upfront fees, and it takes only 10 minutes.
You are right though. You never really hear anything positive in the news about Russians. It's always negative.
You don't.
Isn't that weird?
And here's the other thing. If you said that about any other ethnicity, we'd have phone calls and letters, and for some reason, they don't stick up for themselves because I never get complaints from you guys say stuff like that.
It's true though. In the news, when do you ever hear anything good? It's always Russian mafia, or the Russians and these people died, or Vladimir was riding naked on horseback, or whatever it is.
You know, Philip's last name is Grippy. That name is short for Griplavia.
So Sylvania, still blocking.
What?
Where are you from?
What is that name, Grippy? What?
Actually, it's Sicilian.
Of course, you're made
from the manufacturer, always wholesale on the material, and then he
Which I have gone back to now.
Oh, you're Italian. So, okay, I'll make that go.
Did you guys do DNA?
My dad's adopted grandfather was actually that's what the name came from.
Oh,
our name would have been Smith if it's,
Irish.
Not Irish.
You look Irish.
German.
That's me right there, man. Irish, German, Scottish.
Those are mutts.
I'm German and English.
European.
My grandma grew up during World War II and World War I.
You know, we all think we're something until we go to Europe, and then you're American.
Right.
No, like a
she told me that I grew up in a dirty little crowd. My whole life.
That's not why you like to drink so much?
And she said when I turned 18, I looked for the first man with an English name I could find and married him. That's why we're Mitchell. She's like, I was sick of being Eric, and everybody knew how.
that works, though. We're American everywhere we go.
Even Canada.
Yankee, American.
Mexico,
My mom is
anywhere.
pure blood Czech, Czechoslovakia. Her great uncle, my great uncle, like her grandfather's brother was president of Czechoslovakia.
How did the whole
during World War II? He's like a war hero.
How did the whole Polak thing come up? Honestly, why did that start? The jokes and stuff.
I think it's because they attacked the tanks when Germany rolled in on horseback.
Really?
That's all they had.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have lines open. Give us a call at 303-713-TALK. This is the first time this morning lines open. You can get right through. We can talk about carpet if you want, floor coverings of any kind, LVT. I'm most excited about LVT. I've never been more excited about a floor covering, really, for alternatives. The only one that made me more as excited as this was when epoxy started coming out for garage floors and concrete coatings. But LVT is just, to me, such a wonderful alternative to everything else. We'll talk about that. Joseph, you want to talk about your vet, and I saw this on the call screener. Did you lose your dog as what you think is malpractice from a vet?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
We took our dog to the vet about a week and a half ago, estimate. They did a full blood panel, everything else, and doctor said everything's clean and perfect. She's
okay.
Healthy. And late last night, we had to take her into urgent care. We had to put her down.
Now, they have urgent care. You're talking about, aren't they emergency, or do they call them urgent care for dogs? I'm just curious.
Emergency.
Okay. And what happened?
Her chest cavity was so full of fluid that they couldn't even see any of the organs on the x-rays. And
they said she's suffering, right?
Yes, they had to put her down. Her organs were so
Can you tell me what happened? What is her condition, or what was her condition that caused death?
Anemic, lymphoma, cancer. And
how long
about it.
Hold on. How long had this cancer advanced?
We have no clue, because we just took her to a vet a week and a half
Joseph,
ago.
it was advanced cancer. Is that safe to say?
Yes. But
okay.
According to the way the vet portrayed everything with us, we went to week and a half ago. They did a full blood panel.
I get you. You said it. You never have to repeat yourself. They did a complete panel and said everything was good to go. Joseph, here's what I want to say to you, and I imagine your wife is listening. I hear her talking. So here's the deal. If we apply the same standards as we would with any negligence or any kind of malpractice, let's talk about it. Here's what I do. I go right to the best case scenario for you to see what would happen, and then work backwards to see if it's worth pursuing. The best case scenario for you, let's say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, they were 100% negligent for overlooking an obvious clue that your dog had advanced cancer. Now, that was a week and a half ago. What you have to now do is establish losses based on that missed diagnosis. Would it have mattered is the question. And most likely not. Would it have given you another week or two, maybe a month? But would it have actually changed the outcome? Now, I understand you being pissed. I understand you not being prepared. I understand all of that. But you must ask the question, what did that missed diagnostic do to you to change? How did it change anything?
The ER bill.
Yes, that for sure could happen. That could be. That's a good point.
That's about it, though.
What else, Joseph? What are you looking at as far, and that's if, Mark, they're 100%, totally 100% liable. Joseph, so when you called, tell me what you had in mind. What were you calling about?
A couple of things, sir.
Okay.
First, I did go to school for doing medical care on animals, so
okay.
I have knowledge in this field.
Like a vet tech?
Yes.
Okay.
And graduated, so I have knowledge in this field.
No, let's go to the part first. Let's go to the part first about the misdiagnostics first.
Yes. I did go to the clinic this morning to get a print-off of the full blood panel from the place that did it a week and a half ago.
Yes.
And there's several indicators on the blood work that all indicated high, which are indicators towards cancer. But
Joseph, what difference would it have made? See, here's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to erase the emotion right now and say that. How old was the dog?
9, but
okay.
I'm trying to wave away from the emotion part, but the factor is her rib cage was so full of fluid.
Joseph, that's terrible. But that's why I'm asking you to please, let's say, okay, they missed it. Let's say they totally missed it. I'm not even going to go into the other argument, which could be even if they said to you, okay, these are high, they would have done a follow-up. They wouldn't have done anything that moment. But here's what I'm saying. Let's say they missed it. How did that change the ultimate outcome?
From working in the field myself before, we could have done some preemptive things if we had the knowledge at the time. Okay, these
Joseph, could you have saved ultimately the dog's life with advanced cancer like this? A week and a half ago. What I'm saying is, a week and a half earlier intervention.
Save it, no, but maybe prolong the life a little bit longer.
Okay.
Because 3 days ago, she was running around.
I understand.
Fine, happy, and then all of a sudden...
You could have prolonged it with intensive medical bills and treatment, right?
Yes, that is...
Okay, so hold on. So now, economically, listen, I'm telling you what they would use for their defense. Let's say legal bills were not an issue. Let's just say, no matter what, legal bills, because those are going to be an issue, but let's just say they're not. And let's say they're 100% liable. And let's say you could have extended the life of the dog. Now, if I was their defense attorney, I'd say, okay, guess what? You spent, how much did you spend at the ER?
Almost $1,000.
Okay, to keep that dog alive for another 3 weeks would have been $3,000, or it would have been to keep it alive another month would have been $1,000. Here's what I'm getting at. Even though I agree with you on why you're upset, I totally get it. They missed it. If they did, okay, I'm just going with you 100%. It did not hurt you economically. It did not really change the ultimate outcome. Now, there are some emotional pains, but I would argue you would go through those emotional pains anyway because the dog had advanced cancer. So what I'm not getting, and I promise you, Joseph, I'm an animal lover and I love helping people. What I'm not getting is what you want, and that's what I need to know coming up.
Oh, it's, even if they were so egregious where they killed the dog during an operation, they're still only going to owe them, what, a 9-year-old mutt's worth.
Well, not anymore, necessarily. That animal rights attorney, man, she long established that. But you're right. You're right. It will come down to that dog. How long did that dog have anyway, even in perfect health? And there is a limit. But we've had people get a lot of money.
Like what? Like what?
Okay. These housekeepers, I handled the problem. These housekeepers let the dog out by mistake. It was a little cute little dog, this older lady. The dog went out in traffic and got hit by a car. They took the dog and put it under the dining room table where it sleeps in its bed and left it there instead of getting it cared. It was an older dog. It was, I think, 10 years old. It was a little terrier. The dog was under suffering, internal bleeding, died. The woman found it that way. That dog wasn't worth anything. And she got, I think, $60,000 from the hospital.
Quality pup.
Joseph A. Lazara is an attorney at law for criminal defense. Now, I have an audience of mostly respectable people, but you know what? I don't want to joke about this. There are times people have arguments with neighbors. There are times that you are accused of egregious things. There are times you do stupid things, like you try to calculate how much you drank. If you can drive, You might even feel totally capable of driving. Or you're smoking weed. The bottom line, you get in trouble. And when you get in trouble, you need an attorney, even if you learned a lesson and even if you want to plead guilty. And you got to get through the system, though, and you have to do it the right way, or it could ruin your life. Joseph Lazara, first of all, will take a look at your rights and make sure they're not violated. He'll advise you through the entire process, whether you're guilty, whether you're not guilty, whether you're stupid, whether you made a dumb mistake. It's Joe Lazara, 303-429-6200, 303-429-6200, LazaraLegal.com. That woman, okay, so I told her, you're going to get $1.98. That's what the dog's worth, if you could prove it.
Those are strange circumstances.
No. What it is, what it is, Mark, it's totally straight. But here's the thing. Until that time, there was no precedent. This animal rights attorney went nuts, and she made a precedent. And it happened. She's done it again and again and again.
It still says it's equitable distribution of an
Well,
asset. Like
the courts don't say that. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ and Dr. Kent Lawson are doing what I call miracles with the new orthodontics, because they can straighten your teeth and give you a beautiful smile, plus correct TMJ and sleep apnea in 2 years. That's right, they have mouthpieces that you wear as an adult, and it gradually widens your palate, it gradually straightens your teeth. At the same time, they're aligning your jaw, they're aligning your entire mouth, which does away with sleep apnea and TMJ. In the finishing stages, you use Invisalign braces, and you have a straight, beautiful smile. Now listen to this. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars cheaper than cosmetic dentistry. Thousands of dollars cheaper than regular orthodontics. That's the new orthodontics, 303-690-0100. That's 303-690-0100. They have a similar method for children, the new orthodontics. It's called New Early Orthodontics, 303-690-0100.
The only thing I see that's different is if it's malicious or deliberate.
Okay, well,
that sounded pretty bad, though.
That's different.
That's
that might be the
malicious.
circumstances. All I know is that this, and you know what? The damn woman came on my show once, and after that, can never get her back on. She's winning cases right and left. And I wanted to talk about another one where police shot a dog, and the city had to pay, which is even more outrageous because they were police. But they
Was that one on the news? Was it videotaped? I might have saw that.
Come on, but I'll tell you this, man. That woman, I don't know if she for some reason stopped liking us. Pay that animal right. It doesn't bother me. We can never get her on the air anymore, can we? She just... Yeah, what did we piss her off about?
Over, was it the horses? Amazing team. I know, it was over that dog in the shelter up north or something. We pissed her off, Juliet.
So we can focus
She was really...
she's
really good.
It's got to be. I'm pretty sure it's got to be at least malicious or intentional.
Organized. They're receptive to their
But in most cases, man, it is worth what that dog's worth. Now, arguably, if you spent $50,000 training it, you might be able to get that, right?
You're getting payroll pricing. These people aren't going to get it.
No, they're not getting
Promo code radio and get 2 months of payroll processing.
But kind of all negligence carries a component of, purposeful.
She should be able to get vet bills and stuff.
There's very seldom negligence without some kind of...
The only argument I'd make in small claims court is if I knew that, I would have never had the emergency bill of $1,000 because I would have put the dog to sleep then or whatever.
A terrible thing happened to Joseph
and his wife. They have a dog. They took it in, had complete blood workup. They were told everything's good to go. And a week and a half later, the dog's sick. They take it to ER. And, in fact, wasn't it just last night or something? And the dog died. They put it down because its lungs were so filled with fluid, or its cavity. Bottom line is this, okay? Let's say, for argument's sake, they missed indications of a serious disease. Did it change the outcome? Did it do anything to them that they can collect on? Or are they even looking for that? What are they looking for? They're calling, and I don't mind. I want people to unload. I want people to have a place where they can unload. But I don't know what they want. What can we do to help? So let's ask, what can we do to help, Joseph?
sitting here thinking about what you said before makes complete sense. So more on the aspect right now of just letting the community know about this clinic. So, you know, they have know to kind of stay away so it doesn't happen to them.
And you know what? If you mention the clinic, we're going to call and try to get their side. It's only fair. What's the name of the clinic?
Guardian Angel Vet Care.
Guardian Angel Vet Care.
Wow.
Thornton.
In Thornton Parkway.
Guardian Angel Pet Care. And what was the name of the doctor that gave it a clean bill of health?
Looking at the paperwork right now. Stacy Hunveld.
Why did you go to the doctor to begin with?
Just a routine checkup and a rabies shot.
Okay.
You know, that's all.
And you had no indication your dog was ill?
She had a little bit of arthritis.
She just had a little bit of arthritis.
Okay.
So
wow, that was a complete shocker. You may want, as Mark said, you may want to make the argument, if you care to do this, that you would have never had this emergency room bill had you known about the cancer. You would have just, you know, put the dog down. It wouldn't have been an emergency. You would have maybe put the dog down right when you found out. You know, that's the thing. Why, you know, if you were told it's going to be thousands of dollars to get this dog fixed, you may have said, well, we love you and put it down, you know, put it to sleep. But that didn't happen. So you may want to argue in small claims court for that money. We should call, at least to let them know they were mentioned, to see if they have a comment. Joseph, did you contact them since this happened?
Yeah, yes, we tried to go in this morning, and we got the print off of the blood work.
And what did Guardian Angel Pet Care say about the incident?
The vet was busy.
They said the vet was busy, and they would have to get back to us.
Okay. We're going to call, too. Thank you for calling. I'm sorry that it happened to you. You know, I mean, pets are really dear to us. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Yes,
in most cases, just so folks know, too, an animal is property, man. They're not kids or not anything. If that dog was a mutt and you picked it up and saved it from the pound, which I hope people do, I mean, it is worth the value of that dog.
Yeah.
Just like a book or a car.
Except, as I said, there are court precedents right now showing that in some cases of negligence and abuse, there's an emotional pain and suffering awarded beyond the value of the animal.
Yep.
This has been done by this one attorney, and maybe more now that that's been done. We don't know. And we don't know the circumstances in which those damages are paid.
Yeah, why they got that.
But I doubt that if somebody misses a diagnosis and a dog dies at 9 years old, there are any damages at all, really. But in other cases, there can be. 303-713-TALK. We have Buddy Mitchell with us from Simply Floors. Buddy, there are a lot of technical names for carpets, and there are a lot of trade names for carpets. I know that you have some carpeting that on our video you were calling them stuff. You were calling them, did you have a Life Proof or some kind of a...
It's called Lifeguard.
Well, no, there's one that you have. There's some...
Yeah, Lifeguard.
Lifeguard? And what is that?
It's a product put out by Shaw. It's a nylon carpet with a rubber backing that doesn't...
It's waterproof.
It's waterproof, yeah.
It doesn't let water go down.
Right, and then there's a new one by Shaw called Bolera, which is just...
It's a trade name.
They're trade names.
Then you have Smart Strand. What is that?
Smart Strand is a new improved polyester. Technically, it's not polyester, but it's... On a general term, it's
polyester. Yeah.
It's polyester.
Now, what other kinds of trade names? Because
Stainmaster, Pergo. We just brought in a Pergo LVT, which is, you know, that's a...
What's Pergo?
Pergo was the inventor of laminate 30 years ago.
So then how can it be... Oh, so Pergo's the company. But
it's the largest...
But we've called everything almost Pergo. Like we used to call countertops Formica.
Right.
And Formica is a trade name.
Right. Skill saw is actually circular saw.
Right. Just like tissues and Kleenex, right? So here's the deal. When it comes to carpeting, they should avoid trade names and go for what it is. Right?
Well, no, trade names are by the companies that
Well, I understand that,
right?
but it doesn't tell you what it is.
Doesn't tell you what it is.
Yeah, so you should go beyond the trade name to find out what it is.
Right,
and say, okay, you call it Smart Strand, but what is it? And then Buddy would happily tell you what it is, because you're going to look at very specific materials for carpet. And I would like to simply go through, for people thinking about floor coverings, I would like to go through the actual fabrics that there are available today, right now, and what's recommended. Christy, you have a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got a couple questions. We have carpet that needs to be replaced in our upstairs, and a floor squeaks up there, and I was wondering if when you guys take up the padding, do you ever like
address that?
Screws?
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Oh yeah, we do that all the time if we're asked. The problem is we don't get asked a lot, and then they hear the squeak later. We've had.
But if you notice it, will you bring it up?
Yeah, we can bring it up if we notice.
What are some of the remedies?
Running screws into joists from the plywood. Usually the squeak is the plywood that's screwed to the floor joist is moving. Or it could be the nail inside the wall that's holding the wall in place. Could be squeaking. We cannot take out all squeaks, but we can take them out. It's knowing it. We've had several homeowners over the last 6 months buy new homes.
Yeah.
And then they move in and they say, hey, why didn't you notice this squeak? And it's like our installers are installing, they don't necessarily notice the squeak.
And it's not necessarily a defect either.
It's not a defect, no. It's just most houses squeak at some point somewhere.
Is it bad, Christy?
You can hear it pretty much all over upstairs, so I doubt they could address it all. I was just wondering if that was something they did and how expensive that might be. I'm sure it depends on how many screws and all of that. But
yeah, probably not a lot.
It's probably between $40 and $80. We just charge them, like man hours to do it.
Now, what about, Christy, the kind of floor you're putting there? What are you putting down?
We just want to put carpet.
Do you know what kind? Seriously, I'm just asking this out of curiosity. Do you know anything about carpeting when you go to shop?
Yeah, we've replaced ours in the past.
What do you look for?
I look for a number of, I'm not sure, a density, I guess, so your fingers don't touch the back of the.
Okay.
I don't care too much about if it leaves footprints or not. I want it just to be, washable.
Now, density and wearable. Density, isn't she talking about gauge mainly, the number of stitches per inch, or what?
It's also on how tightly they twist the yarn.
Yeah.
So if they don't twist it as tight, it can make a carpet feel tighter than, but the gauge is a good.
Do you like, Christy, when it comes to the feel, do you care if it's soft or coarse or anything like that?
I don't think I want it real soft, especially because we're having stairs done, and that's just an accident waiting to happen. If it's too slippery, I've felt some of the newer ones that I think Mohawk or one of those companies, and I definitely don't want that. I think the firmer, the stiffer probably wears better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
All right, we have more coming right up.
On the show. No.
Tom, 1 minute.
You got the email on it.
24/7 spot.
Well, things to be aware of, and you
all the calls where you get
freeway system
your calls.
Yeah.
I'm saying we can get that
there's a crash at
DOJ
and that's what's backing you up to change
DOJ.
Department of Justice.
DOJ, baby.
Oh, yeah, the
Get
fake
what they have talk.
DOJ. We here at the DOJ want to protect you. If you need enforcement, please press 1.
20 seconds, fix it 24/7.
If you want to donate to the DOJ, please press 2.
If you want to get Hillary off.
Why don't you just say what you want to do?
This month at Napa Auto Parts stores, get a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic oil.
I had a trivia question for
Platinum
you.
oil filter for
No,
Seinfeld?
I got it. Go. Fix It 24/7 has this deal that I like. Sometimes you have an electrical problem or a plumbing issue, heating or air, and you wonder, what is it? And you just dread having somebody come out and do it. They have a $39 flat rate, period. They'll find any problem there is, and they'll give you a full written report estimate and a price up front that they will guarantee. If you have the work done, they will credit you that charge. If you don't have the work done, all you pay is $39, unless you might have it done some other time with them. They are really good people to work with, and no matter how long something takes, they will do it for that. 720-526-3939.
All money managers might seem the same.
Okay, besides a marine biologist,
Are you big, small, medium, whatever?
what else do you want to do? Trade.
I like that. Yes,
It's true.
yes.
It's one of the big ones.
Do you want to scrub?
In fact, he wasn't the one that said the marine biologist.
First of
Jerry
all,
told
What's your goal?
the lady.
I think
He was a marine biologist, yes, but then he said he wasn't like biology.
He likes to be an architect.
You're missing one.
Do you have a specific service area that you want to stay to?
Say it
Yeah,
in
I mean, we do
context.
residential, commercial.
Okay, you want to geographically though?
Oh, no.
No, I mean, we go as far as like Longmont.
I can, then you'll know what it is.
Like, what was a?
He was a salesman.
We're based out of
Sold
Lakewood.
Oh,
That's
latex.
kind of where our market
That wasn't
is.
one.
But he only did that,
West side
well,
of town,
that was
but
to get
You've
his
been around for a long
employment
time.
extended.
Years and years ago.
And then he goes,
Oh, what a beautiful daughter you have. I hope he's not. His son's a dirtbag.
She's not going
I don't know what happened.
What's the,
But I know.
what's the sign for the Van Buren boys?
Oh, and he was in the basement.
And how did Kramer know that?
So many people
Holding a salt shaker.
business
They backed him up against.
are so bad.
I was telling him on the way in here.
Art.
What did Joe say? Not when I was Bob. What did you
It was different when I was for years. I
like
know
you.
you turn around. Mark, Art Heating and Air. Remember they used to be on our. They were really good at one time.
I don't remember it.
But his son is the one. Sure, we have problems with him. He's the one that puts up the sign. I party. You're buying this house just now. I
Oh, with the dogs
and I
next
drink
door.
and I have loud dogs. Can you imagine trying to sell your house to this asshole?
He was so mad at his neighbors when they tried to sell it. He said signs, they were banners, man. Don't move here, I party hard. And the house looked like it, remember? It had like 14 cars and couches out front. It looked horrible.
But if he didn't like the neighbor, why wouldn't he want him
wonder
to
how
sell?
Ted is still around.
I don't remember why.
You can experience outdoor leisure living.
I don't know why there was a feud. Yeah, like, he might have not liked, I don't remember the whole deal. Yeah, why would you block the sale? There was a whole reason.
If you want to get rid of the guy.
It ended up on 9 News. That's where I saw the video of the actual house. It was so bad.
You know, I know a guy that had that in his disclosure that the neighbor was problematic.
In his disclosure?
Yeah, and I thought
That's
that was really
over.
odd.
I'd kill my realtor if they wanted to.
Sounds like somebody I know.
I'd kill him.
I had a
Sounds like
neighbor.
somebody I know.
I have a neighbor like that. My neighbor right next to me is a carpet installer.
Whoa, you're kidding.
I promise you. And
Probably.
he's lived there for
Want me to kill him for a second?
rage and alcohol.
Our sales philosophy. And now I have some more news. Now the automotive group, Colorado and family owned, now has 3 more brands they represent. Shop Subaru, Shop Mazda, and Shop Hyundai, located on Havana in Aurora. Now, when you're shopping for these incredible brands, you have a new choice. Shop Automotive. One price, one person, 1 hour.
Are you embarrassed by your smile? Dr. Barrett's with Barrett's Dental here to tell you it doesn't have to be that way. My team and I go above and beyond, taking the time to ensure you feel safe at my office and are comfortable receiving the care you need to have a beautiful, vibrant smile that you deserve. At Barrett's Dental, we offer total dental solutions, which means we can handle all aspects of your care in one safe location without the need to refer you out from doctor to doctor to doctor. If you do feel safe at my office, it's the last place you'll have to visit for honest and excellent dental care. We can solve your problems no matter how complex they are. Call my office today to set up a free consultation. We'll take great care of you.
If you're looking for a safe place for your dental care, call Barrett's Dental today at 303-731-1308 or visit denverdentist.com for your free consultation. Mention KHOW and you'll receive 50% off on the first $1,000 in dental services.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Wake up with Ross Kaminsky mornings at 5 and listen to me every afternoon at 1 on Denver's talk station 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I'm here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. 1 Clear Choice Garage Doors is 2. If you have a problem with the garage door, they are the troubleshooter of garage doors. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. You will not do better. I love these people, and there's a reason they come and do inspections free of charge, complete. Of course, they want to know you're going to have something fixed, or you'll call them when you want something fixed, but there's no obligation. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Let's go to the phones, okay? We're going to do this call next hour on this scam. The guy says he's from the Department of Justice. Did you keep it? Suzanne, I don't see the Department of Justice. Oh, you got another one. Where's the old one? I want the other one, too. I want all of them because I want to try them in case they don't answer. Buddy Mitchell's with us from Simply Floors. We also have Phil and Donna with us from Tobin Heating and Air, a small HVAC company. Do you do plumbing, too, or just HVAC?
We do some plumbing.
But as it relates to HVAC?
Correct.
Like not a leaky faucet?
No.
How about just like a water heater replacement?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do a lot of
so
those.
HVAC, they're on the referral list, and welcome. Let's talk to Keith. He has a warning for us. Keith, what's going on?
Hey, Tom.
What's happening, man?
So I just got a phone call, one of many that I get all the time, about a scam. It was supposedly from Microsoft.
Man, they never run out, do they? They never run out, these people.
Well,
whoever they are.
I have a number that works, because what it was an automated message that told me to call a number back. So I wrote the number down, and I spent about 20 minutes just harassing them on the phone.
Oh, that's fun.
It was a blast. What they want you to do is they want you to type in a web address, which is going to basically essentially grant them control of your computer. And
well, how can a web address grant them control?
Well, when you go to the website, what happens is you will, through a series of clicks that they will walk you through, you will end up giving them control of your computer. They'll operate it remotely.
Oh, and then what?
So then they can do whatever they want. They can lock your computer down, or they'll just download a virus from that website.
And how do you know that?
I've done this enough that.
But you didn't fall for it, is what I'm saying.
No. So what I would do is I would sit on the phone with them. I just sat on the phone with them for about 20 minutes or so, and every time they said, go to this address, they said, what do you see on your screen? And I would say something like, oh, you know what? It keeps telling me access denied. You don't have permission to access on the server, and I'd give them some random like access number. And they would be like, oh, okay, well, try this. And I had this guy going for about, this poor guy. I mean, not poor guy, but they finally gave up on me. So, but if anybody has a few minutes and they want to mess with these people.
Yeah, I want to, but I want you to give it to us off the air. I want to do it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, only because we want to call. We'll let everybody call, but I'd like to call too. And then these other numbers we want to try too when we have more time. The one about the Department of Justice, and then and Mr. Goodwin, I believe, at the Department of Justice, right, Suzanne? And then Mr. Jacobs was the investigator. These are people, supposedly, that are arresting people. But, Keith, thank you for telling us about this fraud. We are going to do it. We've been trying to get some good ones on the air lately, and we, for some reason, are running into roadblocks. We have some really good ones on our YouTube channel, if you listen. Really cool. All right, so we talked about fabric and strands. So, Buddy, we don't have a lot of time, but we can elaborate after the break. But I want to know, when I say the actual fabric, is that what they call it, fabric, or do they call it strand, or they call it, what do they call it?
It's the yarn.
The yarn, okay. The actual yarns available for carpet right now, and I don't mean some exotic thing, but really the basics, what are they?
Nylon, polyester.
Nylon is a polyester technically, but we're talking about nylon in and of itself, plus polyester. What else?
Smart strand and wool.
But Smart Strand is not. What is Smart Strand?
It's really polyester.
Okay, but what is it?
It's Tri-Extra. It's a new fiber. They took Smart Strand, they added a molecule to it.
Okay.
And they.
So is it actually classified as a separate yarn?
Yes.
And can you get Smart Strand from other manufacturers?
Nope.
Only one.
Only one.
So
Mohawk.
it's a proprietary yarn, so to speak.
Yes, it's by Mohawk.
And there are no other proprietary yarns?
No.
Okay, Smart Strand, then I'll call it that, and that's polyester plus a secret.
Yeah.
Okay, and what else did you say? Wool.
Wool.
Wool is the original, right?
Wool was the original carpet, yes.
Now, do people still buy wool?
Yes.
Is it just because they're dyed-in-the-wool kind of person, or is it because wool's actually good? Or is it just because they hear about wool because their grandparents did it?
I think it's a status. A lot of very wealthy people buy wool.
But is wool better?
No.
You just buy wool because it's It's like I'm trying to give it an analogy or a parallel.
My idea of wool is it's made by a sheep. It's organic. It's
earth friendly.
It's earth friendly, and
it doesn't melt.
it performs very well, but it performs well the way it's made. And I can get into that more later. But you don't see a big plush wool carpet. You only see it made like a commercial carpet.
We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. You'll be smarter, but give us a call. 303-713-TALK.
Always counting your nickels and dimes.
Tommy, I searched emails. I remember the breeder who got moldy dog food and it killed 32 puppies. Remember that? And they wanted our help? Juliet Picone was pissed that we tried to get her. She's like, I absolutely will not help with a high-end breeder.
Because they are.
That's the last I saw. I emailed her, and that was a year ago. Yesterday. She was pissed.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So, but it was bad. Moldy dog food, 32 babies.
Yeah, but if you recall, they took the dog food out of the packages and put them into their own buckets.
To store
so they can't say when it was moldy.
And remember their picture of all the dogs that look like burritos? They lined up all the dead little puppies.
Oh yeah, like burritos. You're right.
Or sandwich wraps.
Yeah, it was bad. And we did.
It's in the back of a Chinese restaurant.
Mark.
Hey, you got to recoup what you can.
They fix dents without touching the paint.
Bucket scoop.
Paint damage, go to Plexident. They're top rated in the Better Business Bureau. They have great reviews. It's like new. So go to Plexident if you have any.
Should have seen we had a common person in from China, Ming. Pretty cool guy. His name's Ming. And he was telling me before the show, he goes, the only restaurant in his town where he grew up in mainland China, all they served was dog. Literally, that was the only thing in that restaurant. So on the air, I looked at Tom, I said, yeah, when Ming was growing up, he's from China, all he ate was dog. And he thinks I'm like making some crack that Chinese people ate dog, but I was dead serious. The guy just told me that. Your jaw dropped about 2 feet.
Well, during the Beijing Olympics, they had to take all the puppy vending machines out of Beijing, and they banned them, where they would put live puppies in vending machines, and people would buy the puppies to take home to eat.
In vending machines?
In vending machines.
Did they take a picture of it?
Where is this?
This was in Beijing. It was on the news.
Didn't they do something like that in Korea?
In Beijing, when the Beijing Olympics were coming, they had puppy vending machines.
In a lot of... Tom, they're like cattle in a lot of parts of the world.
Puppy,
you know this.
Hold on. Puppy, I would go over there
and say Beijing.
It really is weird. Dogs are different over there. They're bred for food.
You didn't believe me. I told you.
Do they look? What's the machine look like? Now you're making me look. What'd you type in? Dog vending machine? Machine China.
This is
Tom, I just called that Department of Justice number, and Jeremiah answered.
God, why did you do that?
No, I didn't. I just.
And you hung up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it answered. I'm actually sending it to the Department of Justice.
So this is Jeremiah on that one?
Jeremiah's the
I don't
lawyer
see
guy.
I thought Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Was a good friend of mine.
Did you find a vending machine that does that?
You want to get one?
I see a hot dog vending machine. Hot dogs are different.
Say put in puppy vending machine. Beijing.
Puppy.
What's the cost conversion into dollars?
Imagine having that route.
Is one of those puppies cost?
Throw them in there.
Oh my goodness.
They have a puppy.
Hey guys, don't mind me as I
It's not
interrupt your
much me
radio
on a puppy.
It's Sue Cosner.
It's tender.
Go home and you feed it for a little while.
There you
Just
go.
don't name it.
Just don't. It's okay, as long as it doesn't have a name.
So my son did a 4-H project, raising a pig.
He did one cell.
He's 15 years old, so he takes care of this pig.
The pig was 15 years old?
No, my son.
Okay.
He takes care of this pig, and then he takes it to the fair.
What is he doing 1 hour?
They're going to kill it?
It's because they missed my bookings the last 2 days. They loaded me up today.
That was the whole point.
My friend had
That's
10 chickens and was like, I don't want to name them. My kids want to name them.
It happens, man. You know.
Call 800-993-0840. 800-993-0840. Free bottles for limited time. Call now. 800-993-0840. 800.
Mark Major for dog vending machines.
For puppy vending machines.
He'd kill me.
Hot sauce.
Listen, we're looking for routes now. You can own 80123. Hold on, guys.
Free credit monitoring from Credit Karma today. Download the Credit Karma app now. Credit Karma. Here's to progress.
Did you know PriceFixerDenver.com employs only true tech certified techs? What's that mean? To put it simply, they're not going to try to upsell you when they come out to fix your furnace or air conditioner. They not only hold the licenses they need to install and fix your furnace or AC, but they have hundreds of additional hours and classes. The true tech certified techs at PriceFixerDenver.com are never paid on commission. They will not attempt to upsell you anything you don't need. I can't say that enough. That's very important. A lot of us have had people out to fix something, and all of a sudden they say, hey, you need a new furnace, you need a new AC. Well, if you happen to need a new one, guess what else? They have the absolute lowest price out there on a new AC, and they sell the #1 selling furnace and AC in the country. No trip charges, no diagnostic fees. If you need anything related to your furnace or air conditioner, go to PriceFixerDenver.com, PriceFixerDenver.com.
Ideal Home Loans. Talk about how you can help home buyers. Our Ideal Home Purchase Plan that is an all-encompassing roadmap.
Okay, Mark, how many ads are you doing a week for Price Fixer?
Why?
I just wondering, do you think it works doing that many? Getting the same, I mean, you're doing
Usually it's 2 a day. Because of issues with iHeart, it's 3 today and tomorrow.
A Quiet Place is on Prime now. I can watch.
Quiet Place. You've never watched it?
No, the one with John Krasinski. Very good. No, I saw Bird
I
Box.
sent you a new one. Did you see that?
The one about sound.
Yeah. Okay.
They kill by sound.
Which one?
The new one.
The Bird one.
Oh, the Bird Box I've seen.
The Bird Box is the blind one.
Yeah, I did.
They ripped off the other one.
Of course.
But
Just change senses.
listen, so I wanted to find something to fall asleep to the other day. Usually I'll put the news on or something, or Seinfeld episodes. So I see the movie, I put it on, and it was that stupid silence one. There's no sound in it, so I kept waking
What
up
side?
going,
You mean the one I just told you?
yeah, that movie.
With John Krasinski.
Yes, and there's no talking in it.
So
I
you
mean,
can't fall asleep to it.
well, of course not, because all there is there, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this movie? It was on, whatever,
But there's the
Netflix or
latest
whatever.
ripoff of what I call sensory.
What's the newest one?
Sensory deprivation. This one, the monsters kill by sound. So I don't know. I just saw it advertised on Netflix.
I haven't seen that one. Yeah. And to answer your other question, buddy, they just started. So generally I'll ramp it up, then I'll set it back into maybe 4 a week, maybe 3 a week. But they're also, unlike you, they're very driven this time of year because as soon as we have 3 hot days, that's when they start making their money. Well, you guys know this. You don't really have an off-season like HVAC does. People buy flooring when they want it. You might have slower times, but...
We have an off-season from November through about...
Yeah, because of Christmas.
Well, after Thanksgiving till about the
Right
month of
before,
March.
and right spring, before spring.
April's good for everybody, tax returns.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. You are tuning in to a show that's unlike any other show you've ever heard because we talk about those everyday aches and pains, those things that make you tick, those things that tick you off, the things that you say, wait a minute, you can't get away with that. But they can, and they do, and then you have nowhere to go. Well, you know, people will put reviews online, but this show gets results. We get down and dirty. We dive in. We expose people. We call them. We call them out. We do all kinds of stuff to solve problems, recovering hundreds of millions of dollars for people. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the iHeartRadio app, live at referrallist.com. Plus, our podcasts can be downloaded all over the place. The #1 podcast around. So, let's talk. 303-713-TALK. To get through to us right now, You can use the number 303-MARTINO anytime, and we download voicemail from there all the time, or it'll be routed right to the studio, 303-MARTINO. Today on the show, we're talking about carpeting and floor coverings. That's if you think about it, it's one of the things that we encounter, all of us, every single day, everywhere we go. Then we'll talk about these scams. We try to get live scammers on the air, live, I mean. And one is the Department of Justice, or so-called Department of Justice. What happens is they say that they're calling to keep you out of jail and you have to pay money, and they have a spiel, just like the IRS calls and says you owe taxes and they want money. So we're going to call various numbers to try to get a hold of people, and this one has to do with a dating app that the guy did, or a dating website. And when he went online and was corresponding with this woman, he sent her money, and now he got a call, and they say to him, hey, you are conspiring, and we're going to arrest you. Suzanne, I need that guy's last name so I can mention it when I call. Okay, I'm going to call representing Ken Scallion, and we'll see what happens, because Ken is the one that was threatened. What do you think, Mark?
Do it, man.
Let's do it.
I'll bet you lunch whoever answers has an accent.
Okay. I'm not going to bet that one. This is Mr. Goodwin, or Goodman. The recording, I think, said Goodman. This is supposedly Department of Justice.
Oh, Department of Justice.
Although she didn't have an accent. Listen. Department of Justice.
You are calling the Department of Justice.
See? Wow. I thought Daphne said she just called this number.
Hold while I try to connect you to Jeremiah Goodman.
You still got to go through.
Jeremiah Goodman,
attorney at the Federal Prosecution Office. The mission of the Department of Justice of the United States of America is to enforce the law and defend the interests of the United States according to the law, to ensure public safety against threats foreign and domestic, to provide federal
Come on,
leadership.
let's go.
Hi, you have reached the desk of Jeremiah Goodman,
Huh.
United States Attorney.
I think
at the
our
Federal
number's
Prosecution
blackballed, honestly.
Office.
This happens too often.
To come to the phone right now, but
when you call from downstairs, it goes through.
It does.
That's what Dan said.
we have to do something to get through to these people. I'm getting tired of being blackballed.
Call them on your cell.
No, because then they'll have my number. I'm going to call another number.
He tricked me into doing that one time. I had some idiot call me for a month.
Yeah, we got to get a burner cell up here to do it.
Thank you for calling the law office of Scott Jacobs.
Same theme music.
this call is being recorded. If you do not wish to be recorded, please disconnect at this time.
We appreciate your patience during this brief delay. At Scott Jacobs and Associates, we have
Scott Jacobs.
Scott Jacobs. This is Tom Martino. I'm calling for my client, Ken Scallion from Denver, Colorado.
Off the top of my head, what can I help you with, sir?
Oh, okay. Well, he's kind of embarrassed about this, but he had a dating app that he was using, and he innocently sent money, and the money was sent to this woman to get a so-called visa or something, and, you know, then he never heard from her again, and he gets a phone call from the Department of Justice. They said that he conspired, and I assure you, he wasn't conspiring on anything.
What was your name, sir?
Tom Martino. His name is Ken Scallion.
Yeah, I recall the name. I'm not sure of the situation exactly. But you realize that he wasn't actually sending to this person. He was sending to a group of criminals in Africa.
But why would he get in trouble for that?
Well, because that's conspiracy. He's sending money to a criminal organization. He's financing crime, basically. But we were going to have him removed from the indictment, and which was sealed for his benefit, and we were going to help him. All we needed was his assistance.
What can we do? He wanted me to call because he's, first of all, he's embarrassed and he's a little, you know, he doesn't know a lot.
I know, but what has to be done, the case must be adjudicated in order to apply the double jeopardy clause. To apply the double jeopardy clause, it has to be adjudicated. So, in other words, once it's adjudicated, they can't come back after him. No, because it's
right.
The double jeopardy does not allow them to try him or question him on the same charges.
So, are you? Oh, I might be mistaken then. So, you're not with the Department of Justice. You're with.
No, sir. I work in conjunction with several agencies, but no, I am an attorney. I'm conducting an investigation, a multinational investigation with Interpol. And we're trying to get them, but of course they're in Africa. We have no jurisdiction. Therefore, we're going after their money. Now, I told Mr. Scallion.
Yeah. Scallion.
I have to look him up. All right.
Yeah.
So I have to. Well, we will compensate him for his losses. Compensate him for his losses, and of course pain and sufferance.
Okay, good. So what does he have to do? He wants me to find out.
All he has to do is call me. Now, the judge will adjudicate his case as soon as he calls me. Now, you know. Well,
he gave me authority to do it. I mean, he said I could do it for him.
There's a confidentiality clause that he agreed to. I can hang up on you right now, and then he has to go to the due process with.
Oh man, he doesn't want that.
Well, absolutely not. We don't either. But listen, Mr. Martino.
Yes.
As he is your client. I totally agree with this.
And I'm kind of new at this, so
in order for court costs and administrative fees will be applied. He has to pay that. But
I can't pay you right now.
No, well,
I have his credit card. We were disconnected. Dang it. Were we disconnected? Doggone it. I'm going to call him back.
Man, he talks
let
really
me take
good.
a break and I'll call him right back. If he calls back, is he on? Oh, okay. If he no, that's the other guy. If he calls back, by the way, tell him I'm doing a commercial. No, just hold on. We got a break. General Grant, are you ready to take a break? General Grant, you ready? Let's go, and we'll come back and call the guy again if we can.
This report is sponsored by...
Damn it, he was on the hook.
I can't just give you money right now.
He was on the hook, man.
I got my credit card out.
Do you think he hung up?
I got iTunes card right here.
He probably Googled you.
Yeah. Oh, with the clauses and injunction, you're right. He could go. I find the amendment.
You're sitting there talking about Google shit up. I gotta get money, but it all of a sudden click. It's like.
Right. My client's willing to plead the fifth on any double jeopardy that happens to pop up on any other game. I never caught it.
I thought double jeopardy was
you give him your name. If
I didn't know
Pat
Sajak was still doing
it. Is this an attorney? Who is this?
Who am I doing?
No. He did. Pat Sajak didn't do jeopardy.
Okay. Right.
I know.
Nonsense.
Memorial filter.
I love Excel Services. They're a cleaning service, and they do my home. They do.
They're the best.
My other home. They do Mark, and let me just say this: they have no contracts. You can do a month to month. You can do a week to week. You can do one-time cleaning. You can do occasional cleaning after a party. Excel Services. Now, of course, we talk about Excel Roofing. They're not related. This is Excel Services, and they do all kinds of stuff like windows, and they do deep cleans, and as I said, one-time cleans, windows, carpets, gutters even. Did you know that? Yeah, and putting up and taking down Christmas lights. Here is their number for the best, and you can trust them. In fact, at one time, they were... I don't want them to grow too big because I want to keep them like they are. They're so wonderful. They're pretty big, but not that big. But if you're looking for a house cleaner, you will never find a better service. I can put it to you that way. They truly treat your home like their own. 303-683-3470. I've been using them for 15 years. 303 or maybe 10, I don't know. Anyway, 303-683-3470. ExcelServicesNetwork.com.
We saw them on a RTD bus bench.
Excel cleanings.
Yeah, I found it odd too. I haven't seen anybody advertise on a bus bench for a long time.
Where was that at? Where were you? Oh, we're driving to Vacaville.
Yeah, over by that mall.
University, yeah.
Right in front of the university mall there.
And that's usually like lawyers and stuff like that.
Lawyers everywhere, personal injury people. Because people that ride the bus, not in the car ride them.
You know, I love Alexa. There's just so many good people want to know the first step, second step, and so on. Attorney David Salisbury. And I love Frank Duran. I mean, I really and truly, everybody I'm talking about, they're for real.
Let's find the escape. What if there is no will?
There's no BS here.
You know, David Salisbury offers free consultations and can even answer questions on the phone. And if
Mark,
you
did you
do need
remember
it,
It felt real.
The thick plush grass that there's
You know who does a great job?
And
The one on Sheriff Road.
Property need repairs?
I didn't get into it. I left there and I thought that was dumb.
What's weird though is in the winter, yours is like the only yard is freezing. We had a neighbor with it. It's just, it always looks good, but in the winter you know it's fake. Because everybody else is brown.
I mean, it was like
What happens when
very
it snows
thin,
on
very
it?
strong.
It's got a heater. No, literally. It's got a heater built into it. It melts the snow.
I mean,
Yeah, it does. And then the water gets recycled through the chimney.
A while back, they were pushing that through the water company here.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Tim, go ahead. What's going on with you, Tim?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. That guy sounded like Bill Murray from Caddyshack. I'm pretty sure it was him.
Oh, that guy that I called? I'm going to call him again.
He's like, hey, there's Tom Martino.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean...
So, I asked for a Social Security address and a 1093, and we need to get...
Yeah, and the double jeopardy clause. Hold on here. I'm sorry. Who's line 2? I don't see it on the call. Hey, Ken, let's call him again. I had him on, man, and we got disconnected, so I'm going to tell him you're there, okay?
Okay.
The double jeopardy injunction of the 5th. This guy's great. He just makes stuff up as he goes.
Oh, shoot. Did the wrong one. Okay, listen. I'm going to do it. Just speak patient, folks. We got one on the hook now. I hope he didn't Google me while we were on the air. That's what Buddy Mitchell said. Maybe he Googled you while he's talking to you, and then all of a sudden he sees, uh-oh, you're a ball buster.
Could be.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see.
Picked up. I heard him pick up.
I hope he picks up again.
Thank you for calling the law office.
Now, by the way, hello? It hung up. Oh.
Oh, he knows already, huh?
Damn it.
He's on to you, bro.
That's why you need a burner phone, right?
Thick as thieves.
Yeah, okay. Grant, I think you disconnected me before then. Did you pick up the phone when we were disconnected before?
I just picked it up now.
But
so
last time, did you do it?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
but
right.
blame me, that's fine.
9.
Blame the man behind the scenes back here.
Don't pick up any...
Welcome to the club, Bush.
Now, let's see if it hangs up. Everybody stay still.
Thank you for calling the law office of Scott Jacobs.
Scott.
This call is being recorded. If you do not wish to be recorded, please disconnect at this time.
We appreciate your patience during this brief delay. At Scott Jacobs and Associates, we have successfully...
Yes, sir, Mr. Marino.
Oh, thank you. I have Ken with me now. Ken's is on the other line. Ken?
Yes.
Can you hear Scott?
I do, yep.
Okay. Well, he said that there's going to be some administrative costs and all that, but the good news is you'll get your money back from the rip-off from that lady. And by the way, I just want to make this clear, Scott. I'm not really, excuse me, not Scott. I want to tell you, Ken, I'm not really good at this. It's only because of Aunt Martha that I'm helping you out. I'm still pretty new at this. So, but, okay, so.
Okay. The bottom line is this. Because of the involvement of Ken with the criminals, he sent money to them financing terror and criminal activity.
Ken, did you realize that was not really a woman you were sending the money to? He said you were sending it to a terrorist organization.
No, I had no idea. That was a lady's name that I knew, and
we understand. Ken, there's no need to be embarrassed. Okay, I just spoke. I just spoke with a judge who was involved in a situation similar, and of course, John P. Elliott.
John P. Elliott.
Yeah, he's the federal judge that took care. Now, Ken, do you want him to go ahead and adjudicate your case?
Yes, he does, Ken.
Remove you from the indictment, and then he will vacate the charge. He will expunge the record and exonerate you. So it's to your benefit, and all I need from you is to help me, okay? We need to get these scumbags because they're taking our people for billions of dollars, and not just us. There's 7 other countries involved that they're doing the same thing too.
What does he have to do?
All he has to do is help us keeping the line open with the person so that we can trace it.
So how do we do that?
Well, he just keeps talking to her like if she was his sweetheart.
Okay.
If she asks for money, oh, well, I can't do anything until the end of next week. Why? That way she'll keep it open.
Okay.
Until and once it's all said and done, we'll give you the opportunity, Ken, to tell her that you know who she is. Her name is Helen Oni, and
that's her real name.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I blocked her 2 days ago. I blocked her number, so I haven't heard.
Well,
no, don't block it.
Don't block it. Okay, so that's all he has to do. That's all he has to do is keep Helen Oni on the line.
Right. Just keep her on the line. Just don't send her any money by any means, because now.
Ken, you know that trick that you do on the line when you're talking dirty? That works. I mean, I think it'll keep her on the line because she. I think that thing you do with your tongue. I think that'll definitely keep her on the line.
Yeah, just keep her thinking of all those things to come, Ken.
It kind of turns me on. I'm not even that way.
Well,
but
I'm not into all that. But
no, but Ken, okay, let's just face it, okay? I'm helping Aunt Martha. He's a phone pervert, and he got himself in trouble. I told him not to do this, and he thinks, that I was going to get him every time.
Yeah, you want to get the real dirty girls, the ones that go all the way, go to church, Ken.
Uh-oh. So listen, do we call you back after that? Is that all we do? Are we done?
No, well, he will. Now, the judge will go ahead and he'll find him. He'll have to find him guilty of conspiracy because of, you understand. Mr.
But wait, does he have to go to court somewhere? We can't do that.
No, we'll take care of it.
Okay, so what?
My judge will try him in absentia. I'll send an attorney
Okay.
to represent him.
All right.
And all he has to do is pay those court costs, administrative fees.
How does he pay those?
Well, he sends it. He'll receive instructions on how to do that.
Does he do that by
And, at the
email?
end of it. Yeah, we'll send an email.
Okay, so
as a matter of fact, I do need the. Hold on. I don't have his.
Hey, by the way, who's Jeremiah Goodman? That other number.
He works for. He works with the justice.
Okay,
Now,
so listen.
He's on our side.
Uh-huh.
He's on our side. See, by law, I'm sure you know this, Mr. Martino, but they have to inform you before you receive the
Listen, could I think? So you want to send Ken an email with instructions on how to pay the court costs?
Right.
Okay, and because he has a credit card, I thought he could do it by phone because with a credit card.
No. He'll have to. He'll have to do it. See what we're doing now. Just so you understand, Mr. Martino, in Panama we have 2 accounts.
Yeah.
That belong to them, with over $1,000 million, over $1 billion between them.
Yeah.
Now.
And what do you
they
do?
don't keep their money.
What do you do with this money?
What we do is we follow it. We will set up a money trail and follow the money. If we can follow it to now, they're smart. They don't actually deposit the money through wire transfers or anything electronic. They do it manually. They walk into the bank with the money. Of course, the banker involved, he's...
Ken, are you listening?
Yeah.
You got yourself in trouble.
No, and also the people that move the money for him, which in many cases...
Ken, what are you doing? Ken, what the hell are you doing? Stop, Ken. You know, he's a pervert. Let me put him on hold for a second. Get out of here, Ken, man. You got to take this seriously. This man, you know, you're just lonely, you're old, you're crazy, you're just nuts. What? Yeah. He's thinking. Look, I apologize for him, and if it wasn't for Aunt Martha, I wouldn't even be on this damn call. So.
Okay.
What if I just want to wash my hands of everything?
Well, Ken, you better wash your hands because, listen, here's what I'm saying, Ken. You can't be hooking up with women online, and now you got to engage this woman and keep her on, but I know what you're going to do. Even though Mr. Jacobs is being kind, he's trying to tell you to keep her on the hook just so they can bust her, you're going to start taking it seriously again because you don't understand. These women online do not love you.
Yeah. She's got about 17 other people that she's...
So tell him that. See, Mr. Jacobs, he'll tell you. Ken, I'm telling you, man. You can't be doing this.
Email to send him the instructions. Can I have that?
Okay. All right. Ken, I'd rather my email, basically. I would rather give my email. I don't know, but
that would work, and I could work with you.
You know why? Because here's why. I'm thinking that this guy, he just doesn't take this thing seriously, and also, to be honest with you, he can't probably.
Actually, it has to be his email. If he wants to forward it to you, that's fine. You know, I'm pretty busy, so I need to know because this is not a laughing matter, Mr. Martinez. This is a serious matter.
No, it is.
So now, if Ken thinks that you know, that he's better off doing it his way.
No. Listen, he can't travel anywhere because it would be crazy to try to do that. But anyway.
Or whatever the case may be, I need Mr. Ken's email address.
Here it is. Clearly. And now listen, by the way, Ken, I'm giving him your email, okay? But when you get this email, you send it to me. Clearly, it's Clearly, Seymour, SEMORE, @gmail.com. You don't even want to know why he has that email address, Clearly Seymour, because of the pictures he sends. But I'm hoping that you just get him out of this and you learned his lesson not to...
So, Ken, I don't have your file. How do you spell your last name?
Ken.
You don't have it? S-K-A-L-L-A-N.
One more time, please.
SKALLAN. Right. And it's clearlyseymour@gmail.com.
Okay. Scallon.
Scallon, yeah. Well, we call him, yeah.
With the double L.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
This will take care of this today.
All right.
We'll send you an email tomorrow.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I got
Okay, Mr. Martino.
Okay.
And thank you, Mr. Scallon.
All right. We'll see you.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Hey, so, Ken? Yeah, he's off now. Ken?
Right.
Cool. If by any chance you get notified by any of those others, unblock her email, though, okay? And then let me know what comes through, or her number.
Right. I don't want to send that guy my email because.
Of course not. That's why I gave him this one. I have a real email address set up for this stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so anyway, cool. I'm going to see the email I get, and we'll play this on, and people can continue to listen. Thank you, Ken, for helping us out here, bro. We got more coming up.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station. With Russ.
Funny as hell. Can you believe that guy didn't hang up, though?
That's because he's money hungry. He thinks he got...
up earlier gains and are lower in
You couldn't stop.
I was trying to not be loud enough where he could hear me. I was like, that's horrible.
Historically low levels that could potentially impact buying spring home buying season. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac says the average rate on the 30-year fixed rate mortgage increased to 4.12% from 4.08%.
This guy thinks we got the two nuts as
And Disney's expected to show off its Disney Plus streaming service today.
When he got on there, he said Marino. Marino,
now dominated by Netflix, Amazon, and Google.
Mr. Marino, you know that the Constitution supplies the Fifth Amendment.
And Amazon's
Do I have a spot?
challenging
How
other
much time?
retailers.
We've got
a bank account in the Cayman Islands set up.
We got
$100,000 million.
With the Fox Business Report.
It's a gazillion in there.
We got a real gazillion.
And you went to Harvard. My dad's when you call it $1,000 million.
Now, you've seen the movie Double Jeopardy, right?
Unwise. Getting a free 10-day sample of Zyzol, quite wise. Zyzol is the allergy medicine that's just as effective at hour 24 as at hour 1, which makes getting a free 10-day sample one of the wisest things you can do. So don't be unwise. Be wise all and visit Zyzol.com for your free sample today. Users do.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma.
It's a slow drive on I-270 westbound in Commerce City, really heavy either side of Vasquez at this time. And there's that stubborn wreck on the westbound side of I-70 at Peoria. Solid backups to Chambers at this time. Otherwise, the drive in the metro area is indeed shape. I-25 up the street from Fulton and North Glen through downtown, traveling into the Tech Center. No delays on 6th Avenue and Lakewood. 225 is running smooth in Aurora. Trouble-free on the Boulder Turnpike. Not seeing any delays in 470 in Highlands Ranch. The weather forecast. Going to be melting snow today. Chilly, though, with a high of 40. Right now, mostly cloudy at 31. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 630 KHOW.
Get your truly free credit scores and free credit monitoring from Credit Karma today. Download the Credit Karma app now. Credit Karma. Here's to progress.
You can try out any hearing device with no obligation at Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. Whether suffering from hearing loss or tinnitus or both, Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, of course, does evaluations, and you have to have those done to see if you even need one. But then when it comes to trying them out, you can try them out one after another to make sure you get the right one. They will not hold you to it. They will not jam it down your throat.
Oh, yeah,
If you
yeah,
don't like it, you turn it back. There is no obligation here. And they have fantastic treatment for tinnitus.
Oh, absolutely.
This is Steve, and actually a caller to my show.
I don't even notice tinnitus anymore.
Isn't that
I
nice?
didn't get
So
it.
you control yours with
No,
the
look,
smartphone.
here's what I got. I know what you're
It's
talking about.
really
Yeah.
nice. I have to be on the phone first, and ability to hear and
Oh, we haven't had one of those in a long time. We have to get a block number so we can do those more often.
I heard tinnitus on your show, and they have just changed my life beyond description.
I heard the strangest.
40163. That's
Get out of your time,
Hey, I want that audio. Can you block
Here.
that out and send it to me? And then I'm going to match it with the video so we have actual. I'm going to try to make a little edit version.
So this guy comes on all these commercials. I usually hear him on Fox News driving in on Sirius. So he goes, for the first 10 years, I sold all these people timeshares constantly. And finally, I sold one to an 82-year-old lady, and I felt so bad, I had to figure a way to get her out of it. So I figured a way to get her out of it, so I called all my old clients and offered them the same service. And then he talks about who he is. And I'm thinking, but cool my ass, this son of a bitch, he got him coming and going. He made money on it, and then he turned around and made money getting them out of it.
See if you qualify by calling.
He's still selling timeshares, and he's just waiting a couple years and then going.
That's my whole point. He's creating this fucking thing.
Creating a need.
It's like I punch you in the nose, and I happen to be a surgeon that can fix your nose.
If they do a refinance for you, they put you in a better position than you were in before. And being in a better position than you were before means you have a shorter term or a lower rate or both, or that you maybe consolidated some
I'll just forward it to you. Why he sends shit to me and not you, I don't know.
Who? Credit optimization where they can help you.
It's not so-and-so, is it?
It takes a few hours to get you even better pricing.
Well, wait, what are you talking about, Mark?
Guarantee. So if rates go down,
Mark, what are you talking about?
Just look at it. It's a photo.
Of charge over the next 2 years. Give a call.
Just look at your email.
303-677-7000. Whether you are refinancing or buying, and check out their pre-approval. If you're buying, it's like a cash offer. Yes, you're already approved, not pre-qualified, approved. All you need is the appraisal. 303-867-7000. 303-867-7000. Also on my referral list at referralist.com.
Good afternoon, Insurance and Customer Service. How may I help you?
Hi, I'm calling about my medicine costs. They seem to keep going up.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Open it.
Aren't you supposed to help by negotiating and holding down costs?
Did he really?
We do negotiate.
No.
Yes.
Oh, Suzanne wouldn't do it, so I had to do it. That was Dan's brainchild. Suzanne's like, I ain't doing it.
So this guy, the difference with this guy is he's American, this scammer.
Yeah.
Not a very
And he's Harvard educated, if you remember.
And you know what? They have $1,000 million in Panama.
630 KHOW, an iHeart
That
radio
was funny,
station.
1,000 million.
If it wasn't for Aunt Martha, though, I wouldn't be involved in this shit.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, keeping scams alive.
Don't you, do you get some numbers that work? You call us, man. We want to know about them. 303-713-TALK. Buddy Mitchell's with us from simplyfloorsinc.com. And Tobin Heating and Air on a referral list, tobinair.com, T-O-B-I-N. Hey, we're just having fun today. We were talking about the strands available, the yarn, nylon, polyester, smart strand, and wool. Is nylon considered the best? I don't mean the most prestigious, but the best all around.
Yes.
Okay, you like that.
Yeah.
Now, yarn in and of itself means nothing, right? Unless you do it right. It's got to be twisted right.
Right. Polyester is more stain resistant. Nylon is more wear resistant.
Oh. What keeps the nylon, or any strand, what keeps any yarn from untwisting? What keeps it twisted?
Nothing keeps it
just
twisted.
Memory, right?
But nylon, when you steam clean it, will remember its shape, and it'll close, and it'll make the twist come back to a point.
Oh, so it's actually good for it.
Yeah, steam cleaning is.
But what untwists it?
Walking on it.
What about beating it with a carpet cleaner?
Well, a lot of vacuums will destroy carpet.
The beater bars.
The beater bars.
They're not good, are they?
Right. Well, they're yeah.
What about the beater brushes?
All of those untwist the yarn. We sell a vacuum that is vibrates, and it's like a. It's called a Sonos or whatever, and the vibration brings the dirt up versus the beater bar.
Let's talk to Steve. Steve, go ahead. Steve.
Hey, Tom.
Yes, sir. What's on your mind?
Well, you're going to wind up getting your numbers spoofed by these guys. Next thing they're going to do is they're going to put your numbers in their call bank.
Really?
Oh, yeah, and you're going to have 1 million calls a day.
I never thought of that, Steve. They can do that? Wow. Dennis, what about you?
Hey, I've got a little different angle, Tom. I wanted to let you know that earlier you had somebody that you'd helped that you said you must have been having a bad day and didn't respond properly. I got to let you know, brother, that every day is a good day, just some days are gooder than others.
I like that comment. Yep, every day is a good day. Some days are gooder than others. I'm going to say that from now on. Bob, go ahead. Bob, you got a question for Buddy, who's everybody's friend. Buddy, what's going on, Bob?
Yeah, I'm trying to ask a question about
Yes, sir.
the carpet.
Go ahead.
I'm getting ready to install carpet. And the Mohawk he's been talking about, I'm like buying the most expensive carpet to install with that backing. It's like that rubber or plastic backing.
I got that in my house.
Yeah, what makes that better than any other carpet?
Well, Mohawk doesn't make that backing. That's only Shaw, so it's
But
a Shaw
they have
product.
a version of it, don't they?
No, they don't. No.
So no one has that waterproofing?
Except for Shaw.
Okay.
And what makes
it's life-proof.
But tell them
what makes
tell them
it
about
better. What makes it better is when you spill something that would stain a carpet on your carpet, it soaks into the backing, and when you try to clean it, every time you clean it, the backing holds the stain, and it slowly wicks up into the yarn. So what this happens, if you spill like red wine on your carpet or Kool-Aid, right, it hits the backing, stops right there, and when a carpet cleaner comes in and cleans it, it doesn't soak through, and it doesn't soak into the backing.
So then, when you clean it, it's gone for good.
Yes.
I can attest to it, man. We've had it for 3-4 years. It is unbelievable carpet.
So it's good not just for stains and for water, but for cleaning. When you clean it,
it's the cleanest carpet out there.
Because when you clean it, it really does not retain any kind of moisture
or dirt. Because it can't. Think about
the dirt has nowhere to go.
On a regular carpet, when the dirt gets down and it works its way into the backing, you can't get it out. So the dust and the dust mites and all that stay in the backing.
Great with pets too.
So you can see that is way more than just waterproof.
Yes.
It's like, what do you call life-proof? Is that the trade name?
Yeah, it's called Lifeguard.
Okay,
Life-proof is
somebody else's.
Is a Home Depot brand name where they're taking a carpet and they're branding it life-proof.
But it's not waterproof.
No, not necessarily. They might have them, but they have most of their carpets are called life-proof.
Listen, besides, Buddy Mitchell's will beat those prices anyway. Reyes, what's happening?
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Reyes.
I bought a car on November 2016, and a lady sold me that car, but the title was under her husband's name. Now I think it's his ex-husband.
Yeah.
But long story short, the title was signed on the back to her, and then when I bought it from her, she signed it to me.
Gotcha.
And then when I tried to get my own title, they told me that the title needed to be first on her name, and then it could be so.
Yeah, she skipped title.
Well, they did a double transfer, which they don't like, because it gets transferred to her, then she has to title it, then she transfers it to you. Although I've seen it before, where I've seen that before. Now I don't know why I've seen it, but I remember seeing a transfer, and then before it was registered or titled, it went to another transfer. It could have been another state. I'm not sure. Mark, are you positive they don't allow that?
No, they want that tax revenue.
Each time?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so hold on a sec. Reyes, you could do something else and
just have her go get it now if you know where she's at, and then she can get that title. When she gets that, she can sign it to you.
But she'll have to pay and all of that.
Yeah. The problem is that
it's 2016.
When she sold it to me, she said if I have any problems, she will be able to help me, and I texted her and she never responded.
Yeah, how old was she?
I think she looks like maybe she was on her 40s, 30s.
Okay, 40s. So it's not like she's. I thought maybe if she passed away because her husband did, but here's the deal: was her husband passed away?
No, I don't think so.
Could it have been a divorce?
Yeah, it looks like maybe they were in a divorce.
I would do a lost title, and here's why I would do a lost title. Because, oh no, wait, doesn't a lost title only restore the last known title?
Yeah, it won't be
What
my
does
name
it?
there,
It wouldn't
so-
be in his name. Like if you said it's
Yeah,
lost.
you're right. You're right. It would. Of course, it would have to.
What about doing like I don't know. Could you say you built it, get a VIN number inspection, get a brand new title? I don't know. See, here's the thing. I'd never advise someone to do this if they were obviously lying or cheating someone to get their title. But if it's legit, I'm just trying to think. Now, legit, hold on now. You could have an auto repair shop do a repair, tell them about it, not pay it, let them get title, and then transfer it. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. This is weird because you can't find the seller.
Well, I cannot put it on my name. I cannot drive it. I basically spend
This
the
is
money.
terrible. This is terrible.
I waste my money, and the car is not. I mean, I'm not able to drive it.
Hold on. He can't find her. Wait. Did you ever go to her address?
Yes, but I think she refuses to come.
No.
You know,
Here's what I'm asking, Reyes. Here's what I'm asking. Do you know where she lives?
Yeah, that's where I pick up the car from.
All right. I would sue her in small claims court for the entire value of the car. How much did you pay?
$6,000, and I have a witness.
I would pay her $6,000. Now, did you pay her in cash?
Yes, but I have a witness.
Do you have a receipt?
No,
but he's got the title that she signed.
Okay. Do you have, though, a bogus bill of sale saying you bought it for $1?
No, I don't have, but I have a witness. Somebody went with me and saw how I gave her the
I don't know how you expected to get a you can't get it without a bill of sale. You have to have a bill of sale at the Department of Motor Vehicles. So I don't even know how you look, man, you got screwed. Hold on. We'll figure something out.
This report is sponsored by Credit.
Tom, 1 minute, Paradigm 30
Get the VIN number, could be stolen.
I-70 of Peoria has cleared out of the way. Traffic flow is...
Did I give approval of reverse? Did I talk about
No, not that I recall.
Portions, the back patients there. Stubborn delays in both...
Woman steals electric scooter from Walmart, drives it to Waffle House to get coffee.
Eastbound I-76 remains closed between Sterling and the Nebraska border at this time. Westbound is completely...
And there's another Fuller
and Denver.
It didn't say it.
20 seconds, Paradigm, 30 seconds. And it's going to be chilly, though, today with a high of 40.
And they're both in this spread.
Downtown, they all electric scooters down there.
No, but I heard it.
How?
Mike's on. My bank, my loan, myway.com. Just remember, my loan, but it's with my bank, my loan, myway.com. If you're confused, don't worry about it. Go to the referral list and you search any of those names or search Paradigm Group to find out about the best loan in the business, which means it's a line of credit and you only pay simple interest. It's that simple. And you can use that line of credit, and any money that you have to pay your balance down is immediately available to you. So you can reduce your interest tremendously. 720-931-6560. The Paradigm Group. Look for them at referralist.com.
Advisory services offered only by duly registered
It's in
individuals.
all these places.
Fuller Lawn, 30
They think
seconds.
it's like Uber driver, railroad line.
This one's Austin. This one is Oakland.
Well, what do they expect? You put free stuff around.
And instant wireless sharing. It'll even work with your existing hardware.
I know.
You know, I have to grant you children some credits for not doing the same old bullshit you do to guests.
What do you mean?
Never mind, I'm not even going to say anything more. I just give you
He's
credit
trying to set it
for
up.
not being juvenile.
Yeah, okay.
That's we
John Fuller. Remember that name. If you're ever in an accident, an automobile accident, and you need information, legal advice because there's an injury, call John Fuller for free legal advice. Seriously, if you're in an auto accident, remember the name John Fuller. Fuller Law. Here's a website, personalinjuryco.com. Now, you may have not been in an accident. Just remember the name if you are, because you'll need information. So the insurance companies don't screw you. The other party doesn't screw you. You don't get jammed up. Call John Fuller. Free legal advice. If you hire him, he only collects if he collects for you. And remember this, there's never a charge for the advice. 303-597-4500.
The great thing about fax.
No, I had a talk with Mark. I said he's
If I can have that one. What's that?
I had a talk with Mark. I said it's about time he's got to grow up.
Good, I'm glad.
And the fact that Pennzoil is the first synthetic
I'll be collecting Social Security soon.
not crude oil. It gives you unbeatable engine protection.
I wonder if that homeless thing will pass.
That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life.
Well, they got in Seattle.
What is it?
The cops can't even.
So if there's any green space, public green space in Denver,
that consolidation,
any homeless people can go
homeless
there
bill
and
of
camp
rights.
Any public common ground, they can camp overnight
Without
Police are not
cops
allowed-
bothering them, no.
for as long as they want.
Yeah.
And you cannot harass them or move them or evict them, and police cannot do anything anywhere, any park.
So is it are the
It's
Denver going to vote on it,
goes
or
for
is it
voting.
It's coming up, they're gonna vote.
In Denver.
Mail-in ballots.
Homeless
Now,
ballots.
It's called the right to survive.
We all want to have more heart for people. I know that, but I mean, we're gonna get to a point. See, California's drowning in all their policies. They're drowning.
So Seattle.
Oh my God.
Have you ever heard of
California-
the guerrilla ballot in California? The guerrilla ballot in
What does that
California.
say?
If you look it up,
Gorilla?
no, only in the 2018 election or 16 election, Donald Trump was the only Republican on the ballot, on the statewide ballot, because of the way they have written their laws. You should read it. It's called the guerrilla ballot. The two top vote getters are the only ones allowed on the ballot, and
For president?
for any state office. So there's only two votes. They're both Democrats.
Hi, Tom Martino. If you're looking for a reverse loan, don't ever do it without consulting Approval Reverse Mortgage, because they're rarely beneficial to you. When they are, they're really good because you live off your equity and there's a way to do it. I like the line of credit option because you don't have to use it, but it's there for an emergency and you're not charged unless you use it. ApprovalReverse.com. 303-771-3528. 771-3528. Reyes has a car title issue. We're trying to figure it out. Angie has a comment on it. Go ahead, Angie. What's your comment? Angie.
Yeah, hi Tom.
What is
You're
your-
a great guy that helped me with the problem I had. You were awesome.
Thank
I
you.
need you to know something. You need to talk to my brother right now. There's a scam going on where they're intentionally breaking the law. There was a guy who pretended he owned a car dealership. And he sat there and said to my brother, oh, you can go ahead and invest with me, and you buy the cars, and then I'll sell them. And then he didn't give my brother any of the money, and they were playing time.
Well, Angie, I'll tell you what. Angie, that's fine. You can, hold on, don't do it on the air. We will definitely get him on the show, but I want to ask you something. Did you, by any chance, have a comment on this call from Reyes on his title?
Yeah, I'm trying to tell him that in certain cases it's criminally illegal. So he wants to contact the district attorney's office and tell them what's going on, because it is illegal for them to play games with people's titles.
No, you're right. It is. It's illegal to skip title, technically. That's a good point. No, it is. It's a good point. To get the DA involved, I don't think they will get involved, but call them. Now, Reyes, you have a serious problem, and we want to help you. I'm not sure how we help you right now.
Tom, I have a DMV angel that I'll have look into it.
Okay, good. And then the next thing I want to do, Reyes, I want you to do a small claims court. I mean, this is ripe for small claims court. You sue her for that cost, for the entire cost of the car. I don't see how you can lose. And, you know, if you need help doing that, we can tell you about the logistics and where to get the forms and all that. You can fill it out and go file a small claims suit. You have such a solid case, in my opinion, because what you're doing is you're saying this is unmerchantable. I can't sell it. I can't drive it. It's unusable and unmerchantable. All right. Buddy Mitchell, in order to find him, you go to the southwest corner of 52nd and Ward, drop by, or call 303-456-4660, or go online, Simply Floors Inc. That's Inc. as incorporated, I-N-C. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Buddy, I think one of the things that you do best is educate people. That's what I like. And I love the luxury vinyl tile. I really love it. To me, it's the best thing to come along in a long time. Here's what I want to ask. Is there anything new coming out?
Waterproof wood.
Waterproof wood?
Yeah.
Wow.
Portec and Shaw have come out
Is it going to be like an artificial wood? Or?
Well, it's an engineered wood, but they're putting it on an LVT core, so it's a veneer on an LVT core.
But is the veneer waterproof as well?
The veneer they've impregnated with basically silicone, so it's waterproof.
Are you kidding me? So does it look more real than LVT as far as wood?
Yeah, because every piece of wood is different, like a snowflake.
So it's true wood veneer.
True wood veneer on an LVT core.
When is that coming out?
I'm hoping to get the display any day. I mean, we're waiting for it. We ordered it in January, and when the displays come out, probably by the 1st of May.
Where will it be in expense range?
More than LVT and less than, probably about the same price as engineered wood, but it'll be waterproof.
But better than engineered wood.
Yeah.
All right. SimplyFloorsInc.com. And thanks, Phil and Donna, for being here from Tobin Heating, TobinAir.com, and they're on our referral list, referrallist.com. All right, we're going to follow up that scam in the coming shows. Save all your problems for me.
Oh, the bonsai tree grows underwater, bud. So when you get bonsai wood flooring, then you can talk to me.
Bonsai?
Bonsai.
Okay.
Bonsai,
You
Suzanne.
need 1 billion bonsai trees to make a wood floor.
I saw some of the juveniles did not pull any of those tricks they usually do.
It's spring, slide, and see spend at H Home Solutions. Save 40% on the best siding in the world.
See how he eggs you on?